do a quick recap and get things kicked off. And if he happens to be able to join, we'll just let him join in later.
Oh, did I tell you guys about the group I joined for Sundays?
Did not.
Yeah, so I joined a group that does a stream every Sunday afternoon.
Hmm.
It's like,
Yo,
hey,
Hey.
just rolling into level 20 right now.
Yeah, it's cool.
Are we level 10 yet?
No, we're 9. We
are
just
not.
hit 9, I think.
Oh, we just hit 9? Jesus, it's been a while.
Yeah, you had a few sessions there without much going on the story, so.
Yeah, currently I am playing a centaur in a Dorie campaign over there.
How's that working out for you?
It's going
good for you.
It's actually going pretty weird because we just had an instance where the bad guy's hideout was down a ladder, and my character had to stay out of it.
Nice. Do they have a speed rule or something?
They can't go. It's weird for them. Steps are weird. Steps and ladders. They can't go down the ladder, man.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But cannot climb ladder.
No, I meant, do they have a speed bonus or something? I haven't looked at
yeah, their walking speed's 40.
Yeah, I mean, technically, you're strong, aren't you? You can lift. Just hoist yourself down there.
It's also.
And again, how would you
also counts about the size as 2 people, so can't really fit.
It's like, how would you get down the ladder to begin with in order to use your arms to lower yourself? Yeah, I guess it doesn't work for you.
Just handstand.
Yeah, but then he's stuck in the hole. Someone has to jump on it again. Exactly.
It's too long.
This is what Enlarge Reduce is made for.
Yeah, what the hell?
Unfortunately, we had a wizard, but she was captured.
Nice. My Dragon Heist party is almost entirely casters.
That's so.
We have two chain warlocks, a guy that's a cleric and warlock mix. And then we have our fighter is an Eldritch Knight. And the only person that's a straight martial is our barbarian. So it's something.
Oh god.
But,
well, if any of you guys want to see me trip over myself trying to play a freaking centaur, the channel's Jero for all or something.
Look, man, don't feel bad. I as much shit as Kenji, I give Kenji. I'm in a Rise of Tiamat game where I'm a human Eldritch Knight with like five different feats.
See, the
humans
are strong.
I want my feats. Huh? No,
humans
it's not
the
reason.
Race.
It's not the reason. No.
Is the reason?
No.
They are aesthetically.
They are not even aesthetically, no.
You know something fun? The guy has all like the shit on Roll20, so I didn't have to add anything. It was so nice to make that character.
Yeah.
Alright, what we're doing. We killed a phoenix, we have its egg. That's what I remember.
The last thing is that the party more or less went separate ways, talking to different movers and shakers in Waterdeep, trying to partly trying to piece together what exactly just happened, and also trying to make some connections and rub some elbows with people moving forward.
I just realized that we're trying to make a devil forge for the specific reason of holding this goddamn thing.
Oh yeah, we commissioned Taz for a cage.
Yeah, for a devil forge, yes.
So the current status is that after talking, you were able to set up a meeting with the Lords of Waterdeep in around half a week to a week's time. And Taz has given you a somewhat similar time frame for the device, I guess you could say, to hold the Phoenix egg.
And then we're just left with a week to decide to do shit.
Yeah, basically, if there's anything that you are trying to do within that week, then.
Well, this gives us a great time to establish a name for ourselves, like an actual name.
Oh yeah, weren't we getting like a parade or something?
I doubt they're going to throw us a parade.
I don't know about that, but Shadowlight sounds ominous and mysterious.
Does sound pretty ominous.
I mean, we have a literal vampire.
Right.
And a ghost ship. I think that's very appropriate.
Yeah, that sounds right.
You do have a vampire and a ghost ship and some divine people in your party, so it is a...
And we live in a sewer.
To be fair, it is a very nice sewer now.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, what are you trying to say about Taz's handiwork, man?
I'm not talking about anything about Taz's
Taz
handiwork. I'm
is
talking about the rundown building we were
cleanest sewer goblin there is.
So you think Taz has been here this long and didn't fix up the freaking sewer place? How little do you think of Taz?
You think he was just joining that Plumbers Guild for appearances?
I didn't know he joined the Plumbers Guild.
He runs the Plumbers Guild. What are you talking about? Yes. Is this just a consensus thing? Or are you looking to actually establish some sort of identification so that you could not be impersonated or so that you could make public appearances? Or
do you want to make a trademark is what he's asking?
Yeah, basically.
Ooh.
Are you wanting to go through the legal channels to establish yourselves as an adventuring company?
I would like that only for like a mailbox to be installed in the hideout that magically gets us letters from people trying to contact us.
Basically, I mean, aside from practical things like that, because you could essentially have mail delivered to the group.
No, I mean like the mayor's office has just like a slip that says Shadowlight Direct Line. He just flips a piece of paper
pretty
in
much.
there.
Pretty much, because if you establish yourself as an actual adventuring company, aside from certain things like that, in general, depending on where you are, if you can at least in your deeds, if you can at least prove that you are the adventuring company that you claim to be, you wouldn't necessarily have any authority. It wouldn't be like if you joined an enforcement organization or anything, but you would have a bit more leeway and weight to throw around if you got into sort of precarious situations than if you were just a group of ragtag individuals who happened to be claiming to work together at the time. You would essentially, it would sort of, I guess it would sort of be similar to if you were to register and go through all the legal channels to set up a parade or something, and then register yourselves as performers. If you got into trouble at said parade, it's not like you could get yourself a get out of jail free card like if you were enforcement or something, but you would have a bit more reason and a bit more leeway to be in the areas that you're in doing the things you're doing if you had a reason.
I mean, we did save 2 of the biggest cities on the coast from Titans. I don't know. What do you guys think? This should be a group decision.
I think it is important, to operate both legally and illegally. We can call one of our operations Shadowlight, and then we can have a secret within that organization sect that does all the piracy shit that, we are somewhat want to do. Because you don't want to, have a bad reputation amongst governments and cities. That's my 2 piece.
I don't understand your customs. They're weird to me.
Okay. Lawrence, you have any say?
You know good and well Necro's napping.
Necro. Wakey, wakey, sleepyhead.
No, at this point, he's played enough D&D that he knows how to be efficient. So he falls asleep until combat starts. Then he snaps awake, takes his turn, and goes back.
I've done it.
Get it, too. Oh, I should ask this ahead of time. Would you want to establish yourself as a private adventuring company, or are you actually looking at some sort of guild? Because those are two different things. And specifically, you mentioned having sort of communication channels and other things like that at the governor's
I'd
offices.
say not a guild for the simple fact that that means more people are coming into our hideout. And then it's not a secret hideout anymore.
What's at the top of the hideout? Is it a blacksmith shop?
Yep. Yeah. It's been converted into a smithy.
Right.
It used to just be a warehouse for a nearby general store, but now it's at the smithy and store areas where that warehouse was, and the general store is now the store where things can be sold out of the smithy.
Necro, your obsession with this little girl is getting creepy.
It's a good set of images. What can I say? It's versatile. I have them as well.
So he deafened himself, so we can say whatever we want, he won't hear. That came out perfect timing.
Yeah, this is how Necro's going to communicate from now on. He's not going to talk to us anymore.
Yeah, it's role-playing a mute character.
Should have a set amount of pictures that mean he's healing someone or he's doing something else.
I mean, he said he wanted to make a healer. He's playing a healer.
Yeah, as far as in character that goes, Aaron literally just said, "I'm not from here."
Pretty much heal bot over here.
So Aaron is neutral on this.
Hello?
Yeah, it's more like I don't understand shit.
Oh, fuck me.
All right.
Oh, you finally realized it.
Yeah, I somehow deafened myself. Some bullshit is what that is.
I didn't want to say anything, but I was like, he's gonna keep going. But yeah, so far Aaron is neutral on this. Anyone else general consensus on whether you want to legally establish yourself as an adventuring company?
I guess it'd be better for more private rather than a guild.
Yeah, a guild would definitely be a lot more involved. If you were to establish yourself as an adventuring company, aside from being legally recognized, of course, and being able to have proper identification, you would be able to. There are a pretty decent amount of people that only like to hire out to legally recognized adventuring companies and general things like that. You'd be able to interact and participate in city functions more easily. And you could have, essentially, you could have contracts and invitations and other things addressed to you as a group and sent somewhere for safekeeping until you are there to read them. And you could sort of passively put out feelers and advertise yourselves as a group looking for whatever it is that you might be looking for, whether it's looking to be hired or hired someone else for various services. And the guild would just be something similar but on a larger scale, and it would involve probably recruitment and setting out contracts to lower uh, subordinates and things. But
Yeah, let's go for it.
So I guess we're all in agreement to go private.
Yeah, we want to control everything.
Definitely sounds like some members of this party.
all right, so if you want to do this, there are a couple people to meet with, and that would be a small fee involved, nothing serious. 20 gold essentially, and you'll be asked a name. Then, after giving that, you could register yourself as an adventuring company. If you do that,
I'll
you can.
I'll spot it with 2 platinum.
All right, 2 platinum, and the name that you'd like to register.
Volksmark. I'm sorry, no, Shadowlight.
Okay, Shadowlight, and you're asked if yes, this is the equivalent of whenever you sign up to something and they ask if you want their newsletter for promotions. You're essentially asked whether you want to, whether you have any base of operations you would already like to register, or whether you would like the city to handle mail and things like that, public affairs. Whether you would like your name put out.
Can we just have our mail sent to the blacksmith shop?
On a register, yeah, you could if you wanted to register that. Yeah, you could, or just essentially list it as a mail-in address.
Yeah, we don't have to tell them the freaking place in the sewer. We can just tell them Taz's blacksmith shop at the top of it.
Yeah, you could. You could just give that address, and essentially what they're asking is whether you want to be put on a sort of registry of adventuring companies in Waterdeep for anyone who might be going to the various guilds into the city looking to hire out one of these adventuring companies.
Aaron's just kind of off in his own world while they're doing this. Just kind of staring at stuff.
I don't know. Should we sign up for the newsletter?
No, we're not signing up for the newsletter.
Well, that takes care of that.
All right. So they tell you that should only take about a day for papers to be in order, at least enough for things to be sent to that mail-in address. And are you all registering with your real names?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
All right. So you're all given the individual papers for identification, marking you as members of the private adventuring company Shadowlight, and under sort of, I guess, it's sort of like a little fold-out identification paper, and it has a few major things listed there with deeds ranging from things like I don't know if it would be fair to put any courier services because your meetings have been mostly private so far. So mainly it lists things like your participation in certain battles along the coast and your general range of abilities and more or less what folks could expect as far as expertise goes if they were to want to hire you.
So can we claim the Battle of the Phoenix and the battle against Leviathan?
They would. It would take a minute for them to do some contacting, but luckily Bellum is there if you wanted to ask him to put them in touch with Everick and Commander Barthen and people down in Baldur's Gate. Then you could kind of get that more or less verified, yeah, and you could claim both of those.
I mean, the question is, do we want to? Because both of those are, well, the Phoenix one not so much, but the other one is like literally in direct response to the kingdom going, hey, we're attacking the freaking mages.
Yeah, but at the same time, they employed like cultist-like people.
The point I'm making is, even though we're clearly against them, but are we seriously going to let them know, hey, let's seriously put a literal spotlight on, yeah, no, we're the ones who totally have been messing up your plans. I mean, they already kind of know who we are, but
Yeah, apparently they've been tracking us since the get-go.
yeah, I guess it doesn't matter.
Okay, does anyone have any objections?
Fuck it.
Alright, we asked to be credited for both.
All right, then you all receive papers, again, identifying you as yourselves, members of Shadowlight, and with the proper stamps and certification. It's stamped for Waterdeep, but there's kind of a footnote saying that also you have signatures from Barthen, for example, from Baldur's Gate on there, saying that you participated in both of the battles and were responsible for the continued existence of both cities. You all can mark that down if you like.
Aaron only has one thing. Aaron wants to make sure that his thing says Phoenix Slayer.
Yeah, there you go. I should have. That's a good point, actually. So long as they're not completely bogus titles, so long as they have some backing to them, so that they would actually look good on a registry, and nobody would come ranting to the city about it if they hired off. Basically, so long as they have some backing to them, so that way nobody hires an adventuring group with a bunch of nice titles and they turn out to be garbage. Then you can register some official titles for yourselves. It might take an extra day to get things cleared up, but so long as it everybody knows that it's true and you can back it up, so the city won't get any flack for it, then they'll be okay with it.
Kingslayer.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. That's a little risque.
Lord of Winter.
See, technically, Lawrence can claim he's a Kingslayer. He was part of the group.
He technically can, but that might be a little risky.
Yeah, I would be like, Lawrence, maybe not that title specifically. You and I, we might get in trouble.
Kingslayers.
Yeah, you might want to put that one in invisible ink until the Neverwinter problem is dealt with.
I mean, to be fair, we're the ones who put him in power. He knows.
Future Kingslayer, then.
Did you say future Kingslayer?
Oh my god. Regicider. Fang will write down Lord of Winter, because technically that's the prize I won.
It's technically true.
And mine will just say Soren the Singer.
All right.
Yeah. I just imagine this group: Future Kingslayer, Phoenix Slayer, the Lord of Winter, the singer.
Now, I'm going to be very serious with you here. Obviously, future Kingslayer is a little out there, but technically it's not the current king, so even if it would be seen as being in bad taste, depending on who you ask, Lawrence, if you genuinely wanted to call yourself Lawrence the Kingslayer...
Aren't you the medic?
Then you could.
You're the medic, not Seth Rollins.
So, are you actually writing down Kingslayer?
No, of course not.
Okay, good. It's probably a good thing. All right. Congratulations. You now have driver's licenses. Speaking of which, Fang, after all this chaos is over, your old wizard friend Bellum approaches you and notifies you that your portable magic fridge cart is ready.
It's been so long.
Why didn't you just ask for a portable bag of colding? Would that have been so much easier?
Because at the time, I didn't know what was going to happen.
Yes, but carts are hard to control. You could have just asked for a pack of colding.
It was meant to be an investment, okay?
Yes, but a cart?
It's about the principle now.
Yeah, but it's a cart.
It was meant to be a trading thing. I was hired as a chef to begin with. I was expecting to be on the road,
if we're going into the mountains,
on the sea.
how is it going to be useful?
I was expecting to be on the road, not on the sea, where we would need long trips.
Even still, if we're on the road, the harsh conditions have to go into the forests or the mountains because we're adventurers. Wouldn't that, be less helpful?
No, because then we get to load up on food and then never have to worry about it.
Yeah, but if your cart can't go off-road...
It's a cart. There are no roads! Well, there are dirt roads, but you know what I mean.
Yes, but if we had to go up in the mountains, now your cart is halfway useless because it can't go into the mountains without assistance. Like a lot of assistance.
Well, at least we'll just have fresh food. That's nice.
We could have fresh food if he just had to make a bag of colding.
Do you really want to make a bag of colding? Is this an in-character conversation that's happening?
This is totally this is totally in character for Aaron.
Bellum is just kind of standing there and looking between the two of you.
I mean, you look good at me, don't you? I turned the mage.
Well, it's what I use mine for, so.
Yeah. See?
I even have the oh no, that's that one's my secret. I can't let that one out.
Do you have any gauntlets? Magical gauntlets?
Ah, indeed I do. I just finished my latest creation.
That kind of frightens me, but go on.
Been working on it for quite some time, since before you all arrived, in fact, and we first met, but finally it's in working condition. These gauntlets allow the wielder, despite any lack of prowess, to harness the power of flames.
And in English?
He reaches into a bag of holding that he has on his side, produces two amazing gauntlets, which just happen to be white gloved, and he says, "These
did you fucking make Mustang's gauntlets?
Are the gauntlets of spicing."
Let the man finish.
Did you just say gauntlets of spicing?
Indeed. I've spent many years. You recall the sprinklings from the fire elemental. I've spent many years searching for the finest spices, but so scarce and dangerous when they do come about. And I finally found the solution. These. With these, you can store and control to the finest extent, almost grain by grain, the most exotic spices from around the world.
What's this weird circle on the back of it?
Ah, yes, this is a circle of microwavation. It's very eldritch. But
fucking
anyway.
I mean, come on. Who are these for?
For me, of course.
I was asking if maybe gauntlets that make me stronger or bigger. Or stronger and bigger.
Would you be able to wear those over the hand wraps?
He puts the spice.
Put the hand wraps on over the gauntlets.
Puts the spice gloves away, and he reaches for more, and he says, "Oh yes, this might be more your speed." And he produces something. You know those Hulk fist toys with a little
yes.
God damn it.
He says, "This will allow you to deliver a very powerful blow, but haven't quite worked out the last kink. And this, you see, it's nothing too major, but all the force is directed back at yourself, and it will likely destroy it. And possibly your arm."
I punch and kill myself.
Well,
did you just make the arm, Falcon Punch gloves?
At least. I haven't tested it for obvious reasons. But yes, it essentially looks like a giant ogre's fist.
Do you have to scream a certain phrase when you use them?
Yes, in fact, it's you see, the first iteration didn't have any word of power, and you recall the rat assistant?
Yes.
He nearly toppled my tower, so we decided
Please tell me it's United States of Smash.
I was gonna say Falcon Punch, but okay, I'm okay with that too.
The newest one, the wielder places a word of power on it, and command word, you could say, and that activates the strength.
What's the command word?
Oh, it's up to your choosing.
Oh. I look at the Hulk size gloves and just kind of, do they shrink to the user or?
No, it's just the one, and it's
or does it shrink to the user?
No.
No.
Your arm grows to match it, you see.
Oh.
That's
Does it require attunement?
Yes, it does.
So wait, what you're saying is that I can use this, but only once, and it'll destroy the magic item and my honor.
Possibly. Very possibly.
What if someone were to somehow harness the ability to use ki and use that as an honor?
Can you equip a glove to your space fist?
Look, man, I'm willing to let Aaron lose an arm if he can use this thing with his ki.
I'll tell you what. This is dangerous. And I wouldn't normally do it, but my rat friend, you see, he's not very fond of combat, and most of the adventures in the city are too spineless to field test this for obvious reasons, but you perhaps.
Fang, come here. I want to punch you.
Question: does it have to hit me in order for the effect to work?
Oh, I would say if you deliver a good solid blow to just about anything with this, how can I explain it? Let's see. Have you ever seen? You ever seen someone split firewood with a maul?
Jesus.
Well, it's something like that, but just imagine if once it hit the stump, the axe was split as well. You see, all the force delivered is redirected back. I've not yet field tested it enough to find a way to keep it controlled, and so what you end up with is the strength of an ogre for a space of one blow, but afterward, not only does your arm lose its strength and return to what it was before, but the force of an ogre's blow is still redirected back into your now shrunken arm. You see the issue?
Okay, but let's just say we were to lose the arm, and if, say, someone were to be able to keep control of a new arm.
What are you asking?
I'm literally saying if Aaron were to take this and he was to lose his arm because of this and had to get it cut off, and he was to make a new arm out of key, would his key arm be able to use this thing?
In this base form, I don't think it would be possible, but I could always experiment. Of course, this could all be a fluke, but...
Well, I like my arms, so we'll see. Okay, I'm not just going to randomly punch Fang and maybe kill Fang and myself.
So, if you would like to field test it...
Nah, he's good.
Oh, good. It's he sets it back in the bag and says, "Is there anything else?"
Hey, Lawrence.
Yeah.
Do you want anything? Do you want anything from the Magic Man?
I think I'm okay. I don't really need anything.
I'm not exactly know what I need.
Well, I drank all my greater healing potions in that Phoenix fight.
You guys have potions?
Technically, I have 21 potions of healing.
Jesus.
He keeps making them.
I was supposed to give it. I was supposed to give everybody a couple, but
you never did.
I wasn't present. It was literally the last thing I did before we ended the game, and I never appeared the game where the battle actually took place.
Yeah, Lawrence has been making potions, and he also can enhance his potions. So
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna ask the wizard for like tips on how to grow magic plants.
So he definitely has a gauntlet of ogre strength. It's just a gauntlet of ogre break your arm.
It's
you are becoming All Might.
It's literally a gauntlet of. It's basically whenever Deku goes 100%, yeah, and blows his arm up.
Here's the creepy part. That means I'm walking around with one swole arm.
I mean, basically the way it works is from what he said, from what you can piece together, you would essentially be hulking around this big, stupid-looking ogre fist. But whenever you speak the command word and activate it, you would just get, for the space of one blow, if you activate it during the course of the blow, you would be able to get, basically, your arm would become an ogre's arm. Or some sort of giant's arm. Obviously, within some level of reason, like your arm's not going to be twice as tall as you are, but you're going to sort of have the muscle strength of that. But as soon as that hit lands, your arm is going to lose all of that, and it's going to feel the backlash from that. It's like, so imagine having super strength in your legs to jump, and then you lose the super strength before you land.
Since we're still there, I look at Soren and go, Lawrence goes, how are you with fractures and breaks? Can you heal those?
Wait, I couldn't hear that. What? If I could fix...
How are you with fracture? What? How are you with bone fractures and bone breaks? Can you fix those?
Technically, yes.
I'll field test this.
Oh, very good. He reaches into the bag of holding and produces it and hands it over.
I slide on my arm and go, I need something to punch.
He says, oh, one more thing I should have mentioned. Don't let the watchful order you know you have that. That's highly illegal.
It's like, don't let the order know. I just show it to, I just like gesture to it.
Yeah, it's highly illegal. Anyway, it's yours now. Thank you.
I just gesture to it like, don't let them know you have.
Yeah, it's just hide it. It's it's like
it's the size of my fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, how am I supposed to hide this thing?
Magic always finds a way. Your friend there, doesn't he know?
Could you shrink it?
That would ruin the effect, don't you think?
My God. I look at Soren and Lawrence. How do we hide this thing?
Look
like I got a freaking giant's gauntlet on my hand.
By any chance, do you have anything that increases protection of sorts?
That doesn't help. Okay,
accessories or?
Yeah, accessories.
Oh, I have your standard fare. Things like cloaks of protection. Is that what you meant?
Have a ring. Do you have a ring for protection?
Let's see.
Question: why is this illegal again?
I do have a ring of protection, and see, these things tend to need to be registered with the watchful order, and they would never approve such a reckless use of magic for enchantment on an item. So did a bit of extra legal research. You understand.
So, who am I not supposed to let see this?
Huh?
Like, how do I know that who they are? And also, again, this thing is twice the size of me.
Oh, if they're law enforcement in Waterdeep, they'll have some connection to the order.
Oh.
They're only the largest arcane school in the city, so I would be careful with that.
I walk over to Fang and just open the bag of holding and start shoving it in there. Go, just go. Fang, grab the other side.
Do I have a bag of holding?
I thought we had a bag of holding.
Someone does. I think you have it, Aaron, because Taz had it and gave it to you.
Oh, that's right. I have the bag of holding.
Yeah, you have it. You have it.
I just walk over to Fang.
Oh, I have one too. I also have one.
Pull the other side so I can shove this thing in here. It's not. Go.
It takes a lot of pulling, but eventually you're able to get it off.
Aha.
You know what, Mr. Magic Man? You wouldn't happen to have rings that can store spells?
Yes, rings of protection, rings of spell store, and very standard fare. Do have least one of both of those, and you, my chef friend, I'll recommend you an excellent herbalist here in a moment.
How much do you want for the ring?
Oh, for this ring, well, it's a small thing, but it's quite powerful. Or it can be, at least. 1,500 gold?
That's a lot of moolah.
It is. How much money do I have? Oh, I do. Oh, I have a lot of platinum. Hold on. Oh, I still don't have enough.
Out of curiosity, do you have any tomes specifically of clear thought or understanding?
Oh, he said tomes. I thought he said toes. Well, I was saying, what the fuck is
Tomes
going
of,
on?
sorry, tomes of what?
Understanding or clear thought?
Oh, no. Those are very, very rare. I don't have anything like that, but you said tome of clear thought and tome of understanding. Well, tome of understanding of... There was one long ago, but it's since been read and destroyed by an adventurer. However, I did hear of one tome of clear thought in existence currently that I know of, but it's only rumored, more or less. They say a dragon keeps it in the north.
Nope.
I mean, what kind of dragon? Is it a young dragon, an old dragon, an ancient dragon?
Very, very old.
Nope.
Maybe we could ask him for it. Maybe he... Soren,
Chromatic
you're
or
very
metallic?
Oh, he's an old, at least from what the people say, he's an old metallic fellow.
Yeah. Soren, maybe you can talk him into it. You're good at talking and shit.
Lawrence, not Soren, is the one that asked.
No, I'm saying
wait,
Soren's good at
Soren
talking.
talk? Yeah, well, Soren is pretty good at talking.
You know, I haven't talked to dragons yet, but maybe we can ask politely.
If anyone
was
would
asking
know,
about
it's
the ring of spell storage?
I was.
How much are you short on?
Well, I have 1,100 gold currently. We have a lot of party loot, though.
No,
do?
I don't know how stuff you guys won't split. Like I put it in there because no one was taking their shares.
Right. So can I grab?
Spot you 50 platinum for that ring.
I mean, like I could just grab from the party loot if you guys are okay with that.
Technically, that's not party loot. That's literally all of your guys' loot that you guys would not split.
I don't
forgot we had any.
So that should be like divided by 4 for each of you. Yeah,
I don't
put it in there
think any of the money's in there, but I think a lot of the gems and some of them, like for example, Soren has the shirt and the cutlass, but I think a lot of those gems are the only things that are still in the party loot.
Because the biggest problem I have is no one tells me if they're taking their share, so it's just sitting there. I don't know how accurate that is.
Yeah, so as far as I understand it, that money is not there, the shirt is not there, the cutlass is not there, but for the most part, those gems are there.
I updated it.
I wasn't present.
What about
I think Aaron's shit is the only one that's in there. Yeah, Aaron's shit's definitely in there.
Yeah, that's just well,
there's like 40 platinum right there.
Lawrence should have had probably about a fourth of that. He would have had a cut of that, but I think everything else already been split. What are you talking about? The fifth, rather. Of what was in there, the party loot? Because that was pre-split, right?
Yeah, that was pre. No, so it was split because I took my stuff out, but I left everything else in there.
Right, so Lawrence should have had about a fourth of that, I think.
I just deleted that.
Yeah, I did too. Like that's definitely going.
Yeah, that's fine. I think it was
83 platinum.
80. It was like 1,200 gold total, probably something like that. A little more.
Sounds about 13, right. So we'll call it. Lawrence should have an extra 300 to 400 gold. We'll say 350, even. And
he didn't do anything during that fight.
The party loot looks pretty accurate from here on.
So yeah, I was gonna ask if the where do those potions come from?
Yeah, those were already given out, I remember.
I didn't think we sold the giant strength potion.
I never used clairvoyance. Did anyone use clairvoyance?
No, those potions we still had.
I don't think anybody used it, but I think they were split up already, is what I mean.
Oh, I don't
check
know.
your inventory if you wrote it down.
I only took the cutlass and the shirt.
I did not. I would appreciate people stop deleting things after they realize they haven't used shit.
I didn't do the last one. Anyway, I was wondering if the wizard would accept some gems.
If anyone would accept
I hold
gems,
out the power, the crystal of power. You know what this is? I don't.
Oh, this is
took it from a library.
Where did you find this? What
library? I look at Lawrence and so on. What library? Oh, I know. It was a library where there was apparently a bunch of information.
That sounds like most libraries.
Like almost all information.
Really? And where is this?
I don't know. I halfway just follow these people.
Well, I can't. I think we have to create.
I think we created a door. I say again, looking at Soren and Lawrence.
I'm just giving you like death stares. Like, don't talk about that thing.
If you're like, no. We can just hand him like 5 gems and you'd be square.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would just take the amethyst, the garnet, the jade, and the jet, and we're probably fine.
Garnet.
They didn't spell it right when they put it in there.
I spelled it the same way.
Right, so you're taking those 4?
Had it written down.
Yep, and then I'm gonna give him my 1100 that I have, and I'm gonna buy that ring of spell storing.
All right. I went ahead and marked it off the party loot. And what was that you said a second ago, Lawrence? I didn't hear you.
About what?
I think you just, I don't know, you said something during that mix of Soren saying for Aaron not to talk about the crystal. I heard your voice.
I just look away.
Oh.
I just kind of go, apparently not. Just put it back in the bag.
Okay, well, if you'd ever like me to take a look at that, I'll take good care of it. Now, you asked about Ring of Protection.
Yeah, how much will they go for?
Well, for this one, oh, $1,000 gold.
That's actually not that insane. Wait, is it a base Ring of Protection?
Yeah, it's a Ring of Protection +1 to AC and saves.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hey, I'll let him tell Fang where the herbalist is first, because I know Fang's been waiting on that.
It's fine. Honestly, this plan is to just help like Lawrence out, because I'm gonna ask to basically grow one of these oranberry trees, and he can supercharge his healing potions.
So Aaron's gonna go. So I have a question for you, because I know there's some of those magic users who can like make people way faster than they're supposed to be. Do you know how to do that? Do you have something that does that in, I don't know, amulet, ring form?
I don't have anything, no, but someone and a business associate from Baldur's Gate contacted me recently and had me working on a commission of sorts. The owner of a magic shop in Baldur's Gate said someone came in.
Daughter and her. Was it me?
Did you commission someone in Baldur's Gate?
I'm asking out a question because I don't remember. Was that me?
Yes.
Oh my god!
You told the owner of the magic shop to keep an eye out for anything that could do that, and he contacted.
Oh my god!
Oh, like Boots of Speed or something?
Boots of Haste.
It's literally something that has the haste effect, and I just forgot about it because he's like, someone mentioned that one of my friends in Baldur's Gate who owns a magic store. I'm like, wait a minute.
So effectively, you want to find a pair of Boots of Haste.
Yeah, except I've already commissioned someone to make it because he's making it right now, but doesn't know it's me who commissioned it.
Unfortunately, it's missing its final ingredients, so it's taken much longer than I would think.
Let me guess, Pegasus wings.
Phoenix egg?
I would prefer not to. You're a good cook, but you're woefully misinformed about magic.
He told you.
It's not.
Oh yeah, I point the Triton at his feet.
Oh, what is this?
You tell me, and I conjure the tadpole. No, not the tadpole.
Why do I have glasses of dark vision when I'm a freaking elf?
You tell me, bro.
Because Taz had him.
Oh, that's right, that one guy. Forgot about that.
Taz didn't have dark vision. At least I don't think.
I don't believe bugbears do. They might have. I think I just got that. No, it was that random guy. He just gave me something random. What did he say about the frog?
I have summoned the frog to be examined by the wizard.
This is
That's weird.
Frog.
Did he not go into his spiel immediately?
Nope. Frog's acting like a regular frog.
Why is he being weird?
Ocean Master, nothing to say.
He croaks.
This motherfucker is doing that Looney Tunes bit. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
I look at the mage whose name I don't remember because I don't think Aaron has ever met this guy. He goes, so apparently this guy knows Tempest, and now he's being all not talking, but they won't tell me how they know each other, and it's annoying me.
I'm sure this Tempest fellow is a great friend, but I'm afraid you'll have to ask one of the druids about frogs.
No.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my wife.
To be fair, he started out as a tadpole, and then we found a fork or a knife.
That's how frogs tend to go. Yes.
No. We found a knife, and then he turned into a frog.
That lets me conjure a feast.
At this point, whenever he mentions the tadpole, Bellum kind of looks at the rest of the group and says, he gestures like he's not from here, is he?
Don't treat me like that. I know what the frog is.
Anyway,
you're not listening to me. You're treating me like an idiot, and I don't appreciate it.
Anyway, I'm afraid we'll have to ask someone else about the frog. But yes, my friend, you're woefully misinformed about magic. It's nothing so ridiculous as a Pegasus wings.
He was referring to
anything like that. Oh
no! I said, I'm sorry, Soren. What did you say?
The ingredient is much simpler. Oh yeah, what, Soren?
What? I didn't say anything.
I'm sorry. Are you trying to say that Aaron is stupid?
What? No, I didn't say anything.
You said, well. I heard you.
Well, yes.
Oh, that's a bad roll.
Anyway, I don't need anything so ridiculous as a Pegasus wings. No. I need... There's no. How could I explain this? The strings of a boot, yes, they are woven with many things, but tell me, do you fellows have any dealings with the Fae?
Not that I recall.
Let's
Say
see
if
here.
you could get
Fang kind of looks
Leviathan,
a little nervous.
Tempest, Frog
Ah.
Guy. Not to my knowledge. Fang?
Now, if you could gather a few locks of hair from, whether it be, it would have to be one of the higher beings. A sprite or pixie wouldn't do, but maybe one of the Eladrin, Satyr, Dryad. What are
Would a
those?
Genasi work?
Oh no, I'm afraid
Oh.
not quite. They would have to be with the Fey realm. What are they? What are they called? The fellows with bodies like a horse.
Centaurs.
Yes. If you could gather locks
And
of hair
Fang
from a
now
centaur.
looks very glum.
I'm going to insight Fang.
Go ahead. He's dealing with shit, right?
17.
Fang knows exactly what he's talking about.
Fang, you know where we can find something like this?
If you don't mind, can we talk about that later?
Yeah, sure, no problem, buddy. Well, thank you so much, Magic Man. You are always
Magic
a pleasure
Man!
to work with.
This coming from the man who also does magic.
Yes. Well, I have to.
Oh, he's got to
pay
point me to a
my
botanist.
To pay my assistance somehow. You see, Percival is.
Sorn, you were so close to getting punched with the gauntlet. I'm just letting you know.
He may seem like a rat, but he has his taste as well, and I'm sure he would appreciate your sense of fashion. Anyway, you, Mr. Fang, was it?
Yes, sir.
Well, there is someone perhaps you should speak with. Across town, you see, there's an old, rundown, used to be a tavern, and it's now been converted into an herbalist and alchemist place. If you can go there and speak with, there's a halfling man, Farin Greenbottle. He's a few years on him now, but still has some measure of youth. But ever since he was a child, he's worked diligently with plants, and between us, he's a bit of a fool when it comes to women, but it's paid off in that he's apparently quite smitten with an elven lady of one of these local druid circles. You know how they are. They're very secretive about their prancing in the woods, but he's gained a great deal
I'm
of...
literally right here.
Well, not the elves, it's the druids.
Oh, the druids.
He seemed like a very sensible fellow. But anyway, he's learned a great deal of elvish medicine and technique, and from what I understand, this appears to be elvish in nature, so if anyone would know, it would be him. You could tell him I sent you. He should be hospitable.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, and if your friend here, the one that wants the Ring of Protection, which, by the way, my offer still stands if you would like it.
Oh, I was trying to speak, but apparently everybody started talking at once.
You got mixed up. Yes, standing price is 1,000 gold.
And if I were to trade this tablet, What do you think it's worth?
What is this tablet?
Some ancient stone tablets.
Trade away Darius's history.
It has a picture of a bird with wings. I'm not sure what it could be used for.
I don't know what they are.
How much would it be if I threw in the goggles of dark vision?
I also have one of those ancient stone tablets. I'll throw that in for him.
We have no idea if they're
without
worth.
looking at these stone tablets, I don't know if they're worth anything. But for curiosity's sake, I'll give you 50 gold for the pair of tablets, and we'll say 20 gold for the goggles.
What?
They're not that uncommon items. I just have a thing called keys, and I don't know what they're for.
I think you have a key ring or something.
Ah.
Is it a key ring that unlocks more key?
Well, I think it's Darius that has a key that will unlock any lock that he locks with it.
Yeah, but no. Are Fang's key ring Fang's key ring meant to unlock more key?
Yes, totally.
Cool. Aaron's gonna take that and start yelling unlimited power.
Begins to drain your key permanently. Decrease to level 8. But no, says, well, I'm afraid without looking at these more closely, which would take some time and some contacting, I couldn't give you a proper appraisal for the tablets.
50, correct?
50, yes, for the pair.
I'll be short 15 gold.
Oh,
I think we got that in the party loot.
that shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, just grab one gem or something.
Don't worry about that. Just keep it.
Yeah, for all we know, the tablets are worth more than that.
He kind of grins and hands over the ring of protection.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to insight him about when he started talking about the tablet.
We should have went to a historian, like an archaeologist or something.
You should have had him call his buddy like Pawn
God.
Stars. I mean, as far as you can tell from what it seems like, he's actually telling the truth when he doesn't know how much they're worth, but he just seems to have a hunch that there's something special.
So he's just more excited about the prospect of getting to figure out what it is.
You should have had him call his buddy like Pawn Stars. He's like, best I can do is 50 gold. I gotta make money, man. Brick and mortar. Yes, he hands over the ring of protection. Just standard, +1 to AC and +1 to saves. I believe it requires attunement.
Man, you know how useful this gauntlet would have been against the freaking Phoenix. That's definitely how it would have ended the fight against the Phoenix.
You would have broke your arm on the first punch.
I would have broke. No, I'm talking about. As I said, that's how it would have ended the fight when it's dying. Just freaking gauntlet on, just boom.
But anyway, Lawrence, is that your name?
Correct.
Well, as I understand it, you've made quite an impression with your medicine, and I understand that you still seek after this tome, or at least you are curious about it. If you'd like to pursue the existence of one of these 2 tomes of yours that you've mentioned, then talk to the same herbalist, Foreign Green Bottle, that your friend has been recommended. He's the one who told me about it, and if you'd like to pursue it as a sort of quest, hint, hint, journal updated in the top left corner, then he would be the one to speak with. Yes.
I hold my hand up. What if we wanted to find tomes that did other thing?
Oh, well, those are the only ones that I know of currently.
Oh, okay.
Is that all of it?
Yeah, thank you for the information.
Well, good luck. And thank you for the business. And he stuffs several thousand gold that he now has into the bag of holding.
Well, till next time.
Necro,
He nods, jingling gems in his hand, and sets them in the bag.
We literally know where you live. Don't you? Wait, don't you have a portal into the
we have a portal to his
into
house.
Like literally in the sewers?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Hey, Necro, I forget, did I give you an oranberry seed?
Nope.
I could have sworn I had picked 3 and gave you one, but I guess I probably
You did pick 3, but I don't think you ever handed it over. I think Lawrence is still. Lawrence, don't you
Dude
have?
has 21 health potions. Does he need it?
No,
Wait
the entire reason I picked these up is so we could grow a plant at the hideout, and he'd be able to use them to make his potions even stronger naturally before he fortifies
So what
them.
you're saying is we're gonna make weed potions.
We're gonna make healing potions plus
I was sitting here
5d4s.
pretending Lawrence doesn't have a bunch of weird eldritch ingredients for potions and poisons and samples and all this stuff. And explosives.
I still
Does
have
he?
a container of
he does.
powder.
Yeah, he still has that weird gunpowder from
Oh yeah, you also forget,
Shala.
if we get a tree of this shit, he can make potions out of it, and I can make food that heals us.
I got dragon bark.
What is this, an RPG?
Mane, poison of calming.
Did you say poison of coming?
Calm.
Calming?
Oh, calming. I thought you said coming. Like that's a odd poison.
If I remember correctly, there's a species of spiders. If bitten by a man, you'll have painful erections for the next 4 hours.
Oh my god, he's gonna make Viagra.
No, it's an actual spider.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the banana spiders. It's way more than 4 hours. Well, yeah, it's 4 hours. And it's like it gives you an erection, but it also literally kills you.
Nice.
It's a spider that like because they were shopping for bananas and it bit him. He was on 1,000 ways to die.
That's horrifying.
Yeah. The dude literally died in the middle of sex.
Dope. What a way to go out.
What's real messed up is he was with one girl and she left and he called another girl over and died on her own. That is so messed up. Yeah. So what's he doing? He's just gonna stand here and watch him. Oh my god, he just disappeared.
Yep, goodbye. And he kind of backs away and is gone.
I need to learn how to do that. I should have asked him for a cape that would allow me to do that. God dang it.
So before we go to the herbalist, can we go to a bank and turn all this copper and silver to gold?
Yeah, if
you guys I thought we did that at the end of the last session already, but yeah,
someone asked about that. So if you want to make exchanges, and if you all want to go around and try to basically pawn off these gems and convert them into actual liquid currency, then
that'd be
some of them are my
awesome.
gems. What the fuck? I will first.
If there are any particular gems for spells or anything else, or for whatever reason you all would like to keep certain gems, just make that a point to be stated, and otherwise you can try and.
I would first like to ask if Shalaya and or Leviathan would like any gems.
Leviathan.
I know Shalaya has a rose quartz.
Well, Darius is kind of gone right now, but Shalaya, she says she's pretty content.
Yeah, she's got her star rose quartz.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the one that's around my neck, right?
Yeah, at this point it's kind of melded in with the pendant that was already there. She's essentially
she
melded
really likes
it like
that rose
glass.
quartz.
Oh, Kenji, let it be known that I'm constantly taking care of this egg to make sure nothing bad happens to it. I'm not just letting it fall on the wayside.
Yeah, Aaron is helping him because it's his egg. God damn it.
I think we
have no idea how to deal with this, so we're just keeping an eye on it.
Yeah, just checking the pots every now. The pots it's in it right now. Just open a little bit. Oh, that's a lot of heat. Yep, it's fine. Ooh.
This is how Fang invents instant cup noodles. He just carries a phoenix egg with him in a pot.
Oh my god, we have ramen always. I'm so excited.
You never admit. He basically has a microwave. All you have to do is just drop any food you want cooked in there, any water you want boiled.
If we grow this tree, add a few berries into the noodle batter, or batter. Oh my god. Into the freaking bread. Into the wheat. We can freaking make instant noodles that heal us.
What should we name the Phoenix?
No, you're not thinking with the galaxy brain there. What you need to do is you need to take the berries, and then you take the healing ointment that Lawrence has, and you make bagels with cream cheese that are just like 12d10 healing. Just combines both and cures all diseases.
See, that was close to what I was going to say. I was going to say we use the Phoenix egg to make it into a jam, and then we sell the jam.
We could make jam that we could sell jam that heals people.
We could sell jam that exactly. There's like 10
okay, we got 2
healings.
Seeds. We need to make sure these grow into fully grown trees.
Look, man.
And this is the story
of how they're not trees,
spent the next 10 levels getting hunted by druids.
Druids hate them. What's their secret?
I said this. Watch how this guy destroyed the healing potion economy in one easy trick.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Emphasis on easy. All you have to do is kill a phoenix, take its egg, and then find this tree.
All you have to do is wait for your DM to roll healing berries on a random encounter.
Necro, do you have Dispel Magic and or Speak with Dead?
I doubt it. Speak with Dead,
Kenji.
no. What was the other one? Dispel Magic?
Dispel Magic.
Nope.
All right, I know what I'm getting next time we level.
Kenji. Would I have had time, or if it's just done, to have asked the wizard how to raise a phoenix?
He just gives you an interesting look and says, there's a... You mean a rebellious child, or...
No, I mean an actual... don't worry about it.
Yeah, there are animal husbandry classes if that's what you're interested in. I'm sure a few falconers could.
The funny thing is, you think that's a joke. He's going to just show up in one of the classes. All right, now that's what you do. Question, what if the phoenix doesn't want to do that? The what?
I have a question. Does Hero's Feast erase fatigue, exhaustion?
I have to look it up. I don't know if I ever actually made you a sheet for that item, because...
I made the item and I just put in its spell description that it lets me cast it once a day.
Yeah, because I realize now that I messed up, because that spell has a material component with it. So
yeah, you said it ignores it.
Yeah, which is
which kind of hints at how strong this guy actually is.
Yeah, so I might have to make a sheet and clarify some of the wording on some of that. So that it's not a invincibility machine.
To be fair, I haven't abused it either.
Yeah, you haven't, but I'll probably put that on a recharge. Because if it lasts for 24 hours and it comes back every day, you literally always have it.
Oh, God.
So...
Okay, yeah, it doesn't affect exhaustion. It only... Nope, fuck.
And Lawrence, okay, he hands out healing potions.
Nice. 5 Lawrence potions.
So was there anything else before I head into the herbalist? Some of
what
you
do those
stuff
do, Toki? God fucking damn, every fucking time.
2d4 plus 4.
Yeah, Toki, what do they do?
He joins, answers, and leaves.
Just imagine how strong they'll be with berries.
if you really want to screw him over, make it so he has to cut a certain type of bread in order to make it work.
I might not have posted it, Lawrence. You should be level 9. I think I forgot to post that in the Discord, so he missed that session. In that case, it's my fault. That's my bad, but yeah, you should be level 9.
Oh, you know what? I could leave the cart and the horses to the rat guy, so he's able to move things more easily.
So in other words, you just commissioned something that you're not even going to use.
Motherfucker,
instead of making a bag of clothing.
Months. It has literally been probably half a year since I've seen this goddamn cart.
You could have used a bag of clothing and done the same thing.
We're not getting back into this argument.
Because I'm not saying bag of holding, I'm saying bag of coating, which is a bag of holding that specifically keeps things fresh.
Doesn't matter. Whatever. Let's move on. We have important things to do.
We can bitch on our way to the herbalist.
I thought said they're 4d4 plus 4.
5d4. His versions are 5d4, I thought.
No, these are regular healing potions. He can make higher tier healing potions, and it scales.
4 plus 4.
Yeah, so if he made... So, like, for example, right, his regulars do 2d4 plus 4. If he made a greater healing and did that, it would be 44 plus 8. Things like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The reason I got it mixed up is because I was thinking of the greater healing, not the regular healing, whenever I gave you that last figure. Yes. Okay. Anything else before going to the herbalist?
Wait, level 9, right?
Yes.
Level 9.
Ray's dead. That is literally one of the spells I get.
This is where Lawrence reveals that he's been angling to be a necromancer this whole time.
He's actually the BBG.
I'll believe it.
Yeah.
No one's that good all the time.
We've been communicating every session in private messages about his plans that he's been setting. Oh, Lawrence mysteriously wasn't at the session whenever the Phoenix got something. Wow. What happened?
Look, man, I'm waiting on Lawrence to be the big bad. Turns out he's the king.
Yes.
Hence the reason he's calling himself the Kingslayer.
He's been the Ocean Master the whole time. Yep, level 9. You got raised dead now. Congratulations.
Congratulations, you're a necromancer.
Indeed. I mean, he's necro, so.
The weirdest Harry Potter movie.
Alrighty, so what's the plan then?
You guys go to the herbalist, right?
Yep.
I'll tag along. Just hang out. Eat an apple.
Yeah, I'll go.
Alright, so everybody's heading out then.
Oh, sick.
Tank mode.
Is 60 considered tank?
I don't know.
I'm at 62, so you might have the lowest hit points.
I got 83.
Aaron has
78.
He has a bunch of barbarian levels.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know what Darius's hit points are at.
69.
Rogue. God damn it! Of course he does.
Yeah, I have 78 because I just realized, hey, my freaking con modifier is pretty good. I'm just gonna take the average.
Yeah, I think it's Fang with the most, and then Aaron, and then Darius, and then Soren, and then Lawrence.
Well, it's a good thing I'm a glass cannon.
Yeah, it doesn't matter when you can just hex them down.
Oh, and now I can. Well, now that I have Misty Step and I have spell storing, and I just like, even though, because you only get like 2 warlock spells, but I have the dagger that you gave me, the awesome dagger, which has spell storing in it. Yeah. And so now I have, like, instead of 2 spell slots for warlock spells, I now have 6.
Yep.
I'm just saying, with this level up, Aaron took Elven accuracy, so if you can give him advantage, he gets to roll 3 dice.
Yeah, that's the fun thing. Elven accuracy is the only thing in the game that basically simulates double advantage.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
All right, so Ray's dead. Are you gonna look for a diamond, by the way, for that, or?
I'll help him look for diamonds.
Yeah. You can
I'm
buy
pretty sure
one.
we can afford diamonds.
I check my so-called purse and only find 50 copper in it.
So in other words, we gotta go on a diamond heist.
I only have like 9 gold also. I'm broke.
Water deep diamond heist.
So you need a 500 gold diamond?
Well, you need a diamond worth at least 500 gold. Now, the seller might think it's worth more or less. It depends.
Well, I can help you negotiate.
Yeah. Doesn't it completely consume that diamond too?
Yep.
Let's go see if that wizard has anything to create items. Start duplicating, buy 1 diamond and start duplicating them.
Do glitch.
Well, we don't even have enough money to buy that, so let's just get the diamond.
You don't.
So, herbalist or diamond first?
Herbalist.
Okay. Everybody's heading out then at the same time?
Yes, I'm going with Bang.
All right. So, you eventually make your way across Waterdeep and eventually sort of on the edge of town in the Trades Ward, really, really close to the entrance, in fact. It's just a few minutes walk to get outside of the city. Eventually find what you're looking for. You find the little green bottle shop. And it's not dirty, but it looks pretty rustic. Looks like everything there has been well used. It's a little worn down, but it's been well taken care of. However, it doesn't seem to be open at all. There's really no signs of life on the outside of this little shop.
Aaron knocks on the door.
Perception check.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm taking out the trash. Could you roll that for me? It's a plus
Taking out
12.
the trash. Is that a?
No, I'm literally taking out the trash.
Okay. You get a 28 on perception. Expertise, everyone. Aaron hears something shuffling around inside the building.
I mean, Kenji, to be fair, did I even need to roll my 22 perception?
Probably not. You were listening for this, so yeah, it's would have been an active roll, but yeah, Aaron can hear something shuffling around inside. Whenever he kind of presses up against the door to knock on it, he hears. Can't quite tell what it is, but
Yeah, I'm just gonna go, hello. Hello.
There's more shuffling. It seems like it's getting farther away. Slowly kind of creeping away to the other side.
I'm going to Would Aaron break and enter is the question.
Why wouldn't he?
Good question.
That's a good point. Aaron's going to open the door.
It is locked.
And we don't have a rogue.
What's the name of the wizard that sent us here?
Bellum. B-E-L-I-M.
I go, Bellum sent us.
You hear the shuffling turn to scrambling, and they go to the other. It begins to kind of fade as they keep going to the building somewhere.
I kick the door open.
You mean roll your athletics?
Okay, I will stealth.
You struggle a little bit.
I will rage. Fine, I'm going to rage and kick the door open. I said hello.
It's not a clean opening, but you hear some wood splitting, and with that, it takes you a few more seconds and a few more shoves after that really big kick there, and you're able to push it open.
Step of the wind, start running towards where I heard the sound.
Okay, Aaron, is anyone else going in with Aaron?
Yeah, I'm stealthing.
I'm just watching this happen because I know this is going to end badly.
So am I.
So Aaron and Soren are going in.
Yeah, Aaron's going at like 130 feet per second.
Okay, so you walk in and you see what looks like sort of a counter for presumably the store owner to operate from, and everything seems to more or less be in order. But you spot out of the corner of your eye, there's a door that's kind of creaked open, leading into a back room, and you see a couple overturned things.
Yep, 135 feet. Move it. Keep moving.
I'm gonna grab the other two. I'm saying something's wrong here. There's been an accident. Please come.
Yeah, I'm darting through this building.
Moving in.
Aaron, you dart through at blinding speed, and you eventually realize that there's been a struggle in the back room. You spot what looks some sort of dried liquid on the ground. It's kind of dark brown, and by now you can't tell what it is. It could be a drink, it could be blood, it could be any amount of alchemical substance, because there's a lot of vials and bottles and beakers and things that have been overturned and smashed in the back storerooms. But eventually you go through a few more rooms. It's a surprisingly large building for how small it seemed from the outside. And eventually you get to the back room where you spot out of the corner of your eye a cloaked figure going around the corner. He's just opened the window to the back of the building and is running toward an alley.
I'm following him. I yell, he's going towards an alley, and I just jump out the window after him.
Give me an athletics.
I'm just running, trying to keep up. Like, oh boy, this is so fast. He's the fastest kid alive.
Aaron, fastest man alive.
I run outside, cut him off in the alley or somewhere.
You match his pace perfectly, and you're not too far from him, Aaron. Probably no more than 30 feet away, but you're matching pace. Lawrence,
Step of the wind.
You imagine that at the rate you're going right now, within a couple minutes, if he keeps on his course, you can find a way to cut him off. You said step of the wind?
Yep.
All right. You managed to step the wind. Remind me exactly what that does. It's a dash, right?
It doubles my speed. It gives me a bonus action dash, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have that written down.
That's it. So
yes, I do.
Okay, yeah. So you kind of get a run and jump and dash with step of the wind, and you're able to pull ahead of this person.
Spear. Get a spear into the ground.
You take him down, and you hear, not necessarily high pitched, but from your usual thieves and robbers and burglars or whatever it would be, it's not as gruff sounding as you'd think. You hear kind of a smooth grunt to come out as you take this person to the ground.
Do I have that stupid anime moment where I grab the chest and go, wait a minute?
No.
Oh, okay. I just gonna hold him to the ground.
Anime.
Sorry, what was that? I didn't hear.
18 on the anime roll.
And he grabs something soft.
He said roll for anime.
Oh.
I just kind of hold them there, go, so, what happened? I don't know why you thought you were going to outrun the Phoenix Slayer.
Squeeze.
Oh, boy. You hear A male voice.
No,
Very
that's no
smooth and
fun.
decidedly elvish. And he says, I would watch it from where you are. This could hurt. And you hear a sort of crackle.
Uh-oh. Nice go. That's...
Come back to finish the job, have you?
I don't know what you're talking about. Literally, I knocked on the door, you ran, and you started running. I thought something happened.
He still has his hood pulled over his face, but...
If I wanted you dead, why wouldn't I just kill you when I caught you instead of having this conversation?
Can you let me up then?
No, you might run again.
Well, apparently I can't run as well as you can, so it shouldn't be too much.
That is true, but you might attack me. I don't like being attacked.
Are we able to catch up to them at this point, or is it too far?
Yeah, it doesn't take... You're probably 30 seconds away at this point. He says,
I'll get up and I'll hold my hand out to help them up.
He snaps a finger, and the lightning around his hand kind of disperses. You realize now that he had his hand in his cloak charging something up. He takes your hand and pulls up to his feet, dusts his cloak off, and says, kind of turns his head, and you see out the corner of the hood, kind of pulls back, and you see one eye, and it squints. He goes, well, this is cliche.
I don't know what you mean. What is cliche?
Didn't think we'd meet again so soon. Take it your friends are on the way.
I would assume, yes.
Good.
Am I getting there by now?
Yeah, Soren, you're there before everybody else. Aaron gets there, and then Soren, you're there a few seconds later,
Do we
and everybody
know
else
this
is
guy?
Out of breath. He is out of breath, isn't he?
Yeah, Soren
Super
creeps
out of
up.
breath.
You didn't even realize Soren arrived, but he kind of creeps up.
Yeah, because I was moving stealthily.
So that means he was just
out of nowhere. Soren is standing next to you, and he's just
Jesus. I'm sorry. Nuts.
You're so fast, man.
I know. Are you just not realizing that I'm very fast?
And
you gotta warn us.
You'll notice that he waits until Fang, in particular, arrives.
Oh, you mother effer!
And he pushes the hood back and runs a hand through his beautiful silver hair, shakes it out, takes a moment to revel. He extends a hand to you, Fang, and then to the rest, and he says, Holofarin, Elwinus, Moon Elf Wizard, I trust you remember cooking for me.
Oh. You wouldn't happen to be Faye, would you?
Not quite. Sure, it's mixed in there somewhere.
I give him the Schwarzenegger.
I heard my grandfather was.
I was gonna say he says not really. As Aaron's like halfway with the sword to his hair. Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, he has this kind of silvery bluish tint to his skin, and yep, he says you remembered you just right before the Phoenix summoning. You all talked.
Glad you made it out of that all right.
Yeah, it was quite something. I thought to come find you and offer some assistance or words of advice, and then I saw you tumble off the back of the bird into the bay. Thought it might be best to leave you to lick your wounds.
I killed it.
Anyway, I take it you, he says this next part nonchalantly, I take it you haven't murdered any halflings lately, have you?
Halfling? What do you mean?
Well, I'm looking for a friend of mine, but it seems someone's torn through his shop.
Oh,
And,
well, I thought you torn through his shop. How do I know you haven't torn through his shop?
Oh, well, I did, but only after someone else did, you see. Apparently they had the courtesy to lock the door after they pillaged the place, and of course, nothing a bit of magic can handle, but here I am. Here you are. Take it we're looking for the same person, unless you just happen to come by and look for a filter of love. I'm sure a few of you could use it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I like slyly point to Fang.
He nods
Yeah,
and grins.
We all look at Fang.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it.
Wait. Okay, I actually missed the conversation.
He said, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, he basically said, I take it we're looking for the same person unless you just happen to drop by an alchemist shop looking for a filter of love. I'm sure a few of you need it.
And then Aaron looked at Fang and Soren pointed at you.
Fang just gives you guys a look.
I did it very stealthily. I don't know. I don't think you saw it.
I saw it. I definitely saw it.
Anyway, despite the cheerful demeanor, this is a serious matter.
Yes, someone's missing. How do we find them? I'm good at doing many things. Punching the shit out of something is one of them. Finding something is not so much.
Well, there are a few different ways. You all are looking for a foreign green bottle?
That's correct.
And have you all seen him before?
No?
That's... Do any of you have any slips of paper?
I mean, we know a wizard who knows him.
How does the spy not have
I have
paper?
it. I got it. I have a diplomat's pact. I have paper.
Thank you. Could you hold it up?
Sure.
He snaps a finger and you see a quill suddenly animate out from his belt. And it takes a minute, but essentially a police sketch gets made on the parchment, and then he snaps his finger again, the quill is placed back into his belt, and you realize that a little sort of invisible force that was there before that you didn't realize was there until it disappears, suddenly dissipates. He points to it, and it's a pretty detailed drawing of a sort of middle-aged halfling man with some sort of light-colored hair and a clean-shaven face with pretty cheery-looking expression. And he says, "This is Mr. Greenbottle. I take it none of you recall him."
Do we?
No.
Yeah, I don't think we met.
Of course, that would be too easy. You no doubt speak of the old crotchety man in the tower, right, Bellum?
Yes.
Yes, we do know him.
Well, he was who I was going to ask next. If he doesn't know where he's missing it all, then that's trouble.
I don't think he does. He sent us to go see him about something.
So, you just need business with him?
Well, now he's missing, so now we have to find him.
Well, yes, but just making sure our plans don't clash, you know.
I mean, no, we don't. I don't want any harm on him. We wanted to see about maybe magically growing things.
Oh, okay. No travel plans then. Very well.
Why does everyone assume I want to cause people trouble?
No, not trouble. Just a bit of a trip and competition. You know how it goes. So, as far as I can tell, he's not been murdered, but likely injured. Not all of that was blood. In fact, most of it wasn't, but a bit of it was, and it seems there was a struggle, in case you can't tell by the broken glass and upturned furniture. He was last seen a few days before, and of course, the troubling part is that he announced a sort of vacation. So, of course, he wasn't around in public for several days, meaning the trail has already gone a bit cold.
Is he a mage? Is he a mage?
Oh, no, nothing of the sort. His parents were cobblers, shoemakers, you see, and
well, then we at least know that the purple cloak people haven't gotten to him.
Possibly. Thought that as well, but there's one problem with that theory.
And that would be?
Well, as it happens, he is tangled up in more ways than one with a local druid, and I don't imagine they've escaped the ire of the wild elves.
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why do you think the wild elves are wanting to attack?
Well, I'm sure you heard of the trouble up north. In the woods, that is. Rogue circle.
I look to the rest of you.
Yeah, we've heard of this, yes. But I don't think there's much strength to those claims.
Well, if you say so. All I know is that a very angry circle of druids has had some clashes with the elven rulers, and more than a few people have been sentenced to execution. Or otherwise, there's really no way to put it nicely, sapped of power. Vile stuff, but...
Do you know the druid team he is enamored with?
Only by name, not personally. Unfortunately, I don't know anyone who might be in with the local circles.
Look at everyone
Navara is
else.
her name. Navara. Don't take it any of you are druids yourselves.
No, not druids, no.
No, I tend to punch things.
So then the Dusk Circle doesn't ring any bells.
Does it?
History check. From anyone who would try to recall.
Well, that's that.
You're not from here, so you don't know personally, but...
I got it. Don't worry. And I am from here.
You recall seeing it mentioned at the archives somewhere, just in passing. Soren, you know a bit more. The Dusk Circle is pretty close by. They're not far from the Crypt Garden Forest, which is just north of Waterdeep. And it's a very small circle of druids, and generally what they do, they're adherents to Sylvanas and Maliki mainly, but what they tend to do is they're known for being one of the more cooperative circles, even though they are pretty secretive. they tend to work with the locals, the loggers, and things like that, and they help guide them toward their work and felling the trees and guide them in replanting the trees so that the locals are able to get on with their business and harvest wood without harming the overall local system. Pretty standard fare, but lately they've sort of fallen out of grace. Not to any severe extent, at least that you know of, but the elves have become increasingly distant, and they don't seem to like how close these are with the locals.
Here's what I found.
Yes, nice.
What did you find?
It's basically Soren's purpose right now is he's the search engine. But yes, as far as you know, they're just kind of in a weird spot with a lot of the other elves and some of the other druids because they're seen as being too friendly with the non-druids and non-elves.
Well, that's dumb.
I'll relay that. So, why would they want a halfling man?
Remember, Bellum told us he started learning Bellum said he started learning things from his druid.
Oh, yeah, that's true, but you would think learning a bit of elvish medicine wouldn't draw the ire of whoever took him. That is, assuming that the elves came for him. That's the issue. We just don't know enough yet. But
Well, I guess we could head up north. We're gonna go up that way anyway, right? So
We were?
after we're done here, yeah, we're gonna go to your monastery, right?
Oh, that's up north. I thought that was,
The
literally
monastery
a
is
straight
east.
shot from here.
I think it's very slightly north and then out east.
Very east.
It's like, yeah, it's north, 2 steps, and then we go east. Huh. So what do we do here?
Do we have any idea how long he's been missing?
I was
2 or 3
working on
days.
finding that out, and then I heard the door kicked in, and
My bad. You
I
should have just
understand.
answered the door.
Well, I didn't want to make a mess of things. You see, I still have to keep up appearances.
Well, let's go back and look for clues.
I was just about to suggest the same thing. Are any of you particularly skilled at combing the scenes of crimes?
Are you asking for a perception check or an investigation?
Well, it is investigatory work.
Then no. I look at the others. Any of you good at investigating things? Darius?
I can do this. Yes, I am good at this.
Then I will help Soren.
All right. Then he leads you back to the shop, and he begins looking around as well on his own.
Fucking A.
Can I aid Lawrence?
Sure.
Hey.
That's
Fucking out of 25. Jesus.
Got it.
Lawrence, you've been holding out on us.
Yeah, so Halifarin and Lawrence take 2 separate portions of the building, and they kind of go through in sectors. You both return to the main room at the same time with your findings. Lawrence, you in particular, you look around and, for obvious reasons, you've seen quite a lot of blood in your time, quite a lot of struggles, and after looking through and separating what seems to be blood from what seems to be other substances, what you notice is that not only is there a strikingly small amount of blood for what should have been a struggle this big, but also the blood in particular, you're not sure about what it is right now. You would have to look more into it and take a closer look. But just at a cursory glance and doing a once over, you're pretty certain that this does not match the standard blood of some human or halfling. Your standard humanoid creatures don't. It just, the coloration is a bit off. The consistency, even when it's dried, it's not right.
Seems our friends in the bigger trouble than we expected.
And Holofernes returns, says, well, I've found some things not exactly easy on the stomach, depending on how teenage you are, but possibly useful. And he holds up what appear to be a few love letters. Some identifying information, perhaps. Did you all find anything?
What did Lawrence find?
Because it's just Aaron and Soren sitting there with a big comb. We ain't found shit.
Yeah, Lawrence, from what he can tell, he would have to probably do some medicine checks and look more into it. But from what he can tell off just once over and taking a few minutes to look at it, he's reasonably sure that the blood that's there did not come from any standard humanoid.
Does he relay that?
Yeah.
Well, do you know what it came from then? Can't imagine any ghosts have come by leaving ectoplasm. It must be blood, right?
Correct. Non-humanoid, to be precise.
Could you narrow that down any more?
Not sure exactly. I'm not familiar with other species blood.
But if we were to find someone who is,
would my nature help him divulge that?
What do you mean? Your
your
nature
proficiency
check.
In nature. Would that be able to discern the type of it?
Maybe narrow it down some more. Yeah.
And then I'll help Soren see if it's with an Arcana check to see if it makes
like
anything
magic
pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's magic or not.
I could detect magic then.
Oh, well, I'll cast that normally.
Oh, you have detect magic?
Yeah, I got it because I'm for being a wild surge barbarian.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that is, but
I can cast it 3 times.
Arcana barbarian that came out.
That's the new one.
2 times. I can cast it 2 times.
There's a bit of there's sort of a magical. I have to look at the description real quick. Yeah, so there's a sort of an aura there, and it's not strong enough to indicate any particular effect, but there's definitely a magical sort of residual magic there, and Holoferin mentions that he seems to be picking up on the same thing, and it's particularly present around the blood. And looking at it, Lawrence and Fang, you're not sure exactly what it's come from, but you think of what you do know. You're reasonably sure that it's not a fae, and as far as you understand, it doesn't seem to be any sort of fiend's blood or anything like that. Certainly not any of your standard common beasts either.
So that narrows it down. So it might be celestial or something else.
Aberrations.
Dragons, dragonkin, goblins. Goblins!
No, can't be goblins or dragonborns.
Well, goblins aren't technically humans. Just throwing it out there. They're not technically humanoids.
It could be monstrosities as well.
What do we do now?
Well, I suggest the good doctor here take a sample, and we comb through these letters, try and find someone who might be able to identify what this blood is, and then, unless any new evidence points us in another direction, we take what we found north.
I'll grab one of the letters and try to read it.
Does anyone... So you take the letter, and it's beautifully written. It's all prettied up. There's perfume on it, of course.
Ooh.
Very earthy perfume, sweet trees and all that. But the language, the script it's in, is very strange.
Does anyone speak tree hugger?
It doesn't seem to be Elvish, looking at it.
Yes,
it seems to
I'm
have
assuming
an
it's
Elvish
druid.
script.
I'm assuming it's either druid or Sylvan.
Sylvan, as far as you understand, uses an Elvish script, and it doesn't seem to be that.
I'll just hand it to someone. Like, does anyone speak anything like druid or something? I'm assuming they might have written it in that because I can't read this shit. But it has an elven script.
So here's a question: what kind of script is it written in?
You have no idea. It doesn't. It's not the same script as any of your languages that you know.
So it doesn't look dwarvish either.
Nope.
It doesn't look elven? I thought you said it looked elvish.
Nope.
Does not look elvish or dwarvish. That
does it look
knocks out
primordial?
all common languages.
Negatory.
So it might be druid. You mean he again? This was written by a druid. I can smell the earthiness to it. Hint of juniper berries.
Well, Druidic would be a safe bet. Halfren pipes up. He agrees with you. But they don't exactly sell books on that language, so...
So why don't we go find her and have a talk with her?
Assuming she's still around, that is.
Fair.
Well, we have to stay in town until this meeting, but after we can go up north to these druids and check that lead. If you want to come along, you'll be welcome.
How long will it take?
How long will it take?
The meeting's in a week.
Yeah.
It's in a week?
The meeting should happen.
Then we can go up now.
Yeah.
How far away is where the druids are?
I'm gonna pull up a map. Okay, so if you look up above Waterdeep, you see where it says Crypt Garden Forest. They hang around between that and between Westwood. So
that's
around Red
very
Larch.
doable.
So yeah, basically they hang around in Crypt Garden Forest near there. Or at least that's what's purported. Because they help the locals around Red Larch with their woodcutting and stuff largely.
So how long a journey by horse would that be?
You could make that within a few days. You're reasonably sure that unless something happens and you're detained or whatever, then you could get there and back within a week easily.
Well, it's a good thing we have a cart with horses.
I'm up for an adventure.
Do we all need to be present for the meeting?
Not particularly. They requested that you bring anyone relevant, but they wouldn't. I don't think they would shut you out at the door if someone was missing. At least you don't think that.
It will be fun. We'll be back before you know it.
All right, let's grab Darius and go.
You go to find Darius, and the first mate finds you first instead, and he has a big frown on his face.
Oh, what now?
The captain might not be able to accompany you on this one, at least not for now. There's been an incident.
What kind of incident?
Well, you know his condition. Fang here was busy, so we outsourced the cooking, and one of the younger lads tried. He left the meat a little pink, and you know how the captain gets around blood, so we're still looking for him.
Oh, great. He's on a blood frenzy.
He
let's go.
Rowboats, so I'm sure we'll be able to find him in a few days, but we'll have to catch up. If you tell us where you're heading, then I'm sure we can find you.
Around Red Larch.
Red Larch?
And the
place.
Crypt Garden and Westwood Fords. Looking for some druids.
Well, I reckon if there are any druids to be found, we'll be up there, but I'll keep it in mind. Good luck. The water snake, he says hello.
Leviathan?
Yep.
Said hello.
says he doesn't like to be around the captain too much when he gets like this. So,
make sure you keep that very safe.
Oh, he's not so bad once you get past the high and mighty attitude.
No, I mean, like, make sure it's, like, out of sight.
Oh, right. The fellas in purple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, one came by.
Excuse me, what?
One came by, and I reckon he's about halfway done swimming his way to Neverwinter now. It's a joke.
Okay.
Anyway, good luck out there. In all seriousness, I have to stay by and try to find the captain.
All right, make sure he doesn't eat anybody.
Yeah, I think he's after some dwarves. Looking for tinkering partners. You know how it is.
Eh.
And he waves you off and heads back.
A little notification pops up. Darius has left the party.
Yeah. Halifarin has joined the party. Speaking of which, he asks when you intend.
But can we edit his gear?
No. He's one of those guys where he has really cool gear and you can see it on his stat sheet, but you can't unequip it.
Exactly.
You're the party member.
Yeah. It's like, man, his sword sucks.
Or you can, and you go to equip it and it says Halifarin only.
You know how like it's a boss, it becomes a party member, but they lose all their powers.
Exactly.
No, it's
so. In other words, it's Final Fantasy. We finally narrowed it down. We are a Final Fantasy campaign.
It's like Bianca in Dragon Age 2. You go to equip it on somebody else, and it says you can't. All right, but yeah, he asks when you intend on setting out.
About now o'clock.
We don't have time to waste.
Then. Good. I was just about to suggest take it where more conventional means of travel.
We have a cart and some horses.
Yes, I don't think our extracurricular activity is ready yet.
Well, in that case, you mind if I take the back of the cart? There's something I need to do on the way there, and it requires space.
It's gonna be cold.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. I have cloaks for this, you know.
That's a good question, actually. Are we in the summer on the Sword Coast?
I think it was heading into winter whenever this started, so it's probably getting close to spring now. Kind of the tail end of winter, so it's nasty and rainy sometimes.
Yeah. So in other words, the Phoenix and all its heat was a nice little distraction from the cold until you started burning people.
And we're off.
Cue the Final Fantasy traveling music.
Yep. So
yeah, fast travel.
He switches between doing magic stuff in the back and just spending a lot of time reading and sleeping.
We can't fast travel because we haven't been to Red Larch. You know how this works.
Oh, of course.
We also don't have.
If you go to fast travel, it asks if you want to put a marker. So you spend the next few days heading up that way.
Before we keep going, can, like, on the end of the second day, or wait, how far would we get in the 2 days?
You guys are up here now. Probably be about sort of the north end of Westwood. Not too far from Red Larch.
That thing is oversized.
Yeah, it is. Let me shrink it a bit.
There you go.
Probably about, about there.
Cool. I'm gonna just put some spells into my ring of spell storing. Well, I only have one, so I'll put a spell in there, and just practice getting my packed weapon out. Just like summoning it, getting good at it.
So would you say it would take us another day to get to the forest?
Yeah, that's pretty.
All right, I'll save that for that.
While we're traveling out, those two days we were traveling out, I'll be pumping key into the book secretively.
All right. So on the dawn of the second day, you are rolling by, and suddenly your cart rolls over something, and it's pretty bumpy for a minute. You hear some metallic clattering.
God damn it, we blew out the shocks.
Whoa.
I'll go see what it is.
Okay. You see a pouch.
I poke it with the short sword.
Nothing happens. You just a solid thunk and a little metallic sound.
I pick up the pouch.
It jingles.
I open the pouch.
The outside is muddy, but everything inside looks more or less in decent condition, and you see currency from your homeland.
Well, that's not. So have I dumped all my key for the day in there?
It's the dawn, so you would probably still have some.
I'm going to, without telling anyone anything, step of the wind as many times as I can and just start darting around trying to find out what just happened. Because I can gain my key back on a short rest, so I'm not too worried about.
He's not too worried about that. Canvassing the area really quick.
Yeah, trying to see where this stuff came from.
You look and look and look, and from what you can tell, I mean, it doesn't look like anything's been disturbed for a couple of days.
I'll come back to the cart. Huh. That's really weird.
What is?
And
I found currency from my homeland.
Really? What's it look like?
Yeah. What's it look like to you?
I don't know. What's it look like, buddy? You're the one.
Damn it. Don't put me on the spot. What the hell?
All right, it's your turn.
Hey, man, I created the country. The DM creates the world, man. Yeah, sure. On one side, it has a symbol of a dragon, and on the other side, it has Incestuan, crap. Now I gotta go find out the name of a god I made. Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I imagine, though. Just like a symbol of a ruling dynasty or something, or a ruler,
Yeah.
and then a symbol of a god on the other side with some sort of scroll on it.
Yep, that's all. That's about it. Because I don't have time. We don't have the time for me to be scrolling through our
too many of them.
Endless messages to find out where I put that stuff. I don't write that stuff down. Yeah, I show it to Fang.
Huh.
Yeah, weird. I canvassed the area. That's why you saw me just take off, but there's no one around. I don't know. I can only think it came from the book.
You think this money came from a book?
Well, look, the book is absorbing my key, man. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, I haven't told you about the book, have I?
No.
Oh, don't worry about it.
What book?
Well, now I'm concerned.
You have a book that makes money?
No. I have a book that every time I pour key into it, it starts making a picture, and this is new.
Was this the picture?
No, I show him the picture. This is the picture.
What do I see?
Which are you just looking at the first?
Yeah, I'll just slowly flip through one, but I'll just show him like a couple of the pictures.
Oh, they seem to be mostly unrelated, but it's just pictures of a woman's face with beams of light shining in from windows. Just different unrelated things of various men and women and children in different scenes performing different tasks, sometimes reclining, sometimes it's just an area. And all the decor and things seem very strange, and you presume this must be from Aaron's homeland. Just different scenes and settings and people. Not too many pictures are in it yet, but
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what it's about. Is there a picture of I thought there was a picture of a knots forming, or was that just my imagination?
You saw the corner of a woman's face. Now it has been sketched out, and it's not exact, but it is somewhat reminiscent. It's in the same way that you might see someone and go, "Oh, that looks like this famous person." That sort of resemblance.
But I get that feeling like it's like it is
like there's a resemblance. Yeah.
I go, I'm pretty sure that this picture is of my mother, or my godmother or whatever. Okay. I'm not sure though. This is really strange. Why are you looking at me like that?
It's weird. This whole thing's weird.
You're telling me. Close. He flips through the book on his own to see if there's any more pictures that popped up.
There is one, but the entire part that's been sketched out in the corner is just entirely gray. Like it looks like it's just been shaded. That's it.
All right. I'm just gonna put the book back up. Well,
it locks itself with a little latch.
All right. What are you guys looking at? Let's go. Door is open. Let's go. No, I'm kidding.
So you load up and you begin to go on the cart again, and there's another metallic clink.
What the fuck? I get out and check again.
There's nothing there.
I kind of look around to see what this clink was.
There's another clink.
I look at myself, see if there's anything dropping off of me.
You hear no. You hear another clink, some scratching. And then you hear it.
Aaron,
you hear what sounds like a crack, like something's cracked.
Bang!
Bang!
Bang! Bang!
Whoa,
bang!
Whoa,
I think it's waking up.
What's waking up?
I start digging through his bag to find the pot, to find the egg.
Oh shit!
It is glowing very brightly.
That is too big for us to have not been out in the open. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I guess it's on the back. I guess it was like sitting in where it isn't in the cold part of the car.
It was outside the cold part. It was sitting with us on the carriage seat.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm like, Fang!
Oh shit! Oh shit!
I'm not ready to be a father.
I suppose this is quite a shock to our moon elf friend.
Yeah, just two pots sitting riding shotgun with him. He's like, "The hell is this?"
He's reading like some kind of elvish fiction. He's reading like a adventure novel or something.
A fan.
He's
fiction?
reading.
Is he bringing Tusk Glove?
No, he's reading Tusk Glove. He's reading like some elvish intrigue novel or something. And about politics in the High Court and some kind of one of those. And he just kind of double takes out the corner of his eye, and then he kind of scoots back and begins to stand up, and he says, "I think you left this one on too long, Cook."
It was never on to begin with.
Aaron's freaking out again, and
I'm not ready to be a father.
Whoever goes toward the egg to unveil it gets a nice face full of steam as it cracks again and shoots out some.
That would be me.
Steam
so ow.
It would have been both of us because we're probably moving this away from the cart at this point.
It's still in the cage, right?
Carrying like
the
a
cage
pet rock
wasn't
that's
made
leaking.
yet.
No, the cage was not done. So because you all left immediately.
Yeah, we had to leave in a hurry. So
Yeah, we had a week.
The cage is
Basically,
being made in a week, and the meeting's at the end of the week. We left 2 days ago.
I assume right now it's just in a cooking pot with something covering the top of it.
No, I thought the egg was too big for that.
No, because that's what you stored it in. It's just blackening the crap out of it.
No, it's too big for a lid. Like we could just put it in the pot. I thought.
I mean,
yeah, if you would have to have something like a dome to cover it. You wouldn't be able to just put a lid on it.
Yeah, that's why. Right. That's why I figured.
I mean, I'm assuming we could have used. We could have fashioned something.
Away from the cart in case it explodes.
Yeah. Aaron picks it up by the handle and just kind of goes, "This is stupid," and just kind of like carries it.
I take my greatsword and kind of put it on the bottom part of it so it doesn't keep it level.
I put my hand on it just in case it falls, like that stupid thing from Peter Griffin carrying the freaking pet rock while it's leaking out. No.
Suddenly, your hand begins to feel a warm fang, and you realize that your greatsword is heating up.
Oh fuck! Okay,
I'm gonna grab some rocks and make like a little pit so we can put the egg on the ground.
Take out my fire rat accessory and rope. No, I'm kidding. We never discussed.
I'm gonna take out my oven mitts, and I'm gonna gently put the egg in the rock pit so it doesn't
oven mitts are done. Oh wait, I have magical gauntlets. I just picked the thing up.
Oh yeah. You have a gauntlet.
I have magical. I have magical. I have magical braiding on the outside of my gauntlets.
It promptly spits a little out of another crack appears, and a little spout of flame comes out towards you, and you.
So me and Aaron are just huddling over it like parents.
Yeah.
Come, my child. Come be born into the world. You said we take
of 1 damage. Yeah. Then another spout for 2 damage, and the spouts of flame begin to increase in intensity.
That?
Yes.
God dang it.
And it's getting more and more intense, these spouts of flame.
Come on.
And finally it looks like
do it.
The top of the egg is beginning to push away, and you hear a sizzling. And then you realize this sounds very reminiscent of a fuse being lit.
I'm running away, and I'm using my my word on my to bonus action get my fucking sword ready and getting my shield up, and I'm
gonna try to do something really funny. Just it doesn't have to work at all, but I want to try to do something stupidly funny.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the endless water jug and my shape water ability, make it a wall of ice between me and the egg.
Yeah, I'm still standing in front of the egg. I just took patient defense and put my arms in front of my face like, let's do this.
Okay, so Holofarn follows you, Sor, and he throws up a magical shield in front of the both of you and throws his cloak over himself. And with his book in the other hand,
over here.
And he goes, well, this should be interesting. And you create the stupid wall of endless water ice. And you hear what sounds like one last crack. And then you all see a blinding flash of light. And
does that one song start playing? Blinded by the light.
I assume that melts my wall of ice.
So anyone that didn't immediately get away take 27 fire damage.
Jesus Christ!
My wall of ice
say.
Get the patient defense do anything for me?
Your wall of ice takes, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it takes that 8 away, the third die.
Alright, so I only have to take 19 points.
So you take 19. Aaron, your patient defense, I'll say it'll...
Go. was expecting to say, but that's not.
I would just say it was too sudden for danger sense to really do anything. But I'll say that it'll give you advantage on a dexterity save to try to weave out of the way.
Wait, we both have danger sense.
Yeah,
Well, no, it's because I get advantage because
instant.
I put patient defense up when I saw it, when I heard that fuse sound.
Yeah,
well,
you were more
everyone
trying
was
to
running.
prevent damage. Aaron was trying to like weave out. Okay, yeah. So
26.
you take half. You'll take 13.
All right. This fucking my baby boy has done more damage to me than anything else.
You all are blinded for even in the backstory, and it's difficult for you all, and Lawrence and everyone, but you all are blinded, especially you, Aaron and Fang, for at least a dozen seconds, and your ears are ringing, and your hands are burning, and basically an explosion just went off in your face with a flashbang. And everything in you focuses, and you hear a chirp, and you see a freshly hatched with what looks like molten lava basically pouring off of it in places, a baby dragon hawk.
My baby boy.
In the pit.
It's so adorable.
My baby boy.
It coughs and kind of spits a miniature fireball at you.
He's gonna just jump out of the way with.
I know how to?
No.
Do we have any bird seed?
I don't think so.
Do we have grains?
Yeah, I think you do actually.
I'm gonna get some grain that I think a bird. Can I roll to see if a bird would be able to eat this?
No, it needs fresh worms. Yeah, well, we roll to figure out what this thing needs to eat right now.
I guess that would be Arcana, Nature. I don't know. It would be Arcana or Nature, either one.
I'll assist him with nature.
+5.
Yeah, I'll assist you.
Soren Holofarn turns to you and says, I hope this won't interfere with our mission too much.
You don't talk about my baby boy.
We survive.
He flicks his wrist and drops the magic shield, but he keeps the cloak held up. Fang, I don't know, anything a bird normally eats, you would think.
Other than seeds?
Worms, maybe?
Do we have worms or seed?
We have
the oranberry seeds. I smack him in the face. This is no time to be hesitant.
Oh, my face. I dig into the ground and try to get some worms.
Give me the seed, man.
Yes, that'll be a survival check.
I'm patting down Fangs to find the seeds.
Okay, for some reason that's not proccing, so I'm gonna assume I'm lagging.
Yeah, probably.
There we go.
Oh, there it goes.
You're 23. Able to find one worm. 13.
I rush the worm over to the baby phoenix.
It kind of coughs another Godzuki puff on it, and the worm kind of burns and withers on the spot.
Holy shit! I look back at Helen. What do we feed this thing?
Can I feed it some jerky from the rations?
You can try. Holofarn just looks at you and says, Alan, in case you haven't figured it out, this is new to me as well. Maybe the druid we're on our way to see would know.
I have one last idea. I take out my greatsword, I activate its fire, and just hold it down to the ground to see if it eats fire.
You still trying to feed it jerky, Lawrence?
Yeah.
It kind of...
Don't we have to... chew it up first.
It leans its head back and kind of steals some of the fire from your greatsword.
Yeah.
Turns and, I mean, it can't really do much. It's barely wobbling around right now, so it just sort of coughs on the jerky with it, and it withers the jerky to the point that there's barely any of it left. And you essentially watch this dragon hawk just eat this nearly ashen jerky.
I have an idea, Fang.
It seems pretty content with it.
I have an idea, Fang.
Yes.
Do you trust me? Stupid question. Do you have any bread?
We just kill this thing. I mean, it's
You
gonna
hush
be more.
your mouth.
I will punch you in the face.
Do you remember what it did?
Oh.
Do you remember that?
He
And
has
Fang
a point.
has a brilliant idea. He takes out his bone
roast
knife.
a crowd of people.
Fang conjures a hero's feast.
I just gingerly put the bird on the table and start setting some of the food on fire with
you go
my.
to conjure a hero's feast and nothing happens.
God damn it!
What?
I pull out a ration and set it on fire with my hand wraps, and then just.
You
Ocean
hear the
Master.
Ocean Master say to you, not getting anywhere near the thing. I think your elvish friends are correct. Maybe the creature that roasted a crowd and nearly took down your ship is not the thing to be nursing.
I'm over here cooing to. Meanwhile, I'm cooing to it in primordial. That's okay. Here's a little bit of flaming bread. Want some flaming bread?
Holofarin says that you killed the thing, right? And it came back as an egg.
Eat.
Yeah, so I suggest you find a way to banish it to some place deep in the earth, imprisoned, where only the highest level wizard could unlock it and leave it.
Why? As I say, they're trying to feed it flaming bread.
To prevent it from roasting any more crowds of people. I would think that would be self-evident.
But if we train it and it becomes our friend,
that's
then why would it? Yeah, well, so is beating it to death or rebirth.
I pick up the adorable bird and head back to the cart. I have taken care of wounded animals before. I know what to do.
That is not an animal.
Close
This
enough.
is an animal.
You should definitely get rid of it, and honestly, you should just banish it.
All in favor of keeping it, say aye. Aye. Good enough. I killed the thing. I have my vote counts for more.
I say no, Lawrence, and then Darius has a say as well.
Darius is not here. Technically part of our group.
Darius has left the party.
Oh yeah.
Darius will get his say.
Lawrence, what do you think?
Me and Aaron will take care of the bird until we meet the druids. How's that for a compromise?
It's not a bird.
It clearly is a bird. It's a greyhawk. Did you not hear God?
All I know is it's adorable, and I pet its feathers.
It burns to the touch.
I commune with Shalaya to see what she thinks and if it can be controlled, if it's even possible.
Oh, there are ways to control it. They usually involve a couple of sacrifices, enslavement, that sort of thing.
I asked Shalaya if there's any way that we ourselves now can raise this thing.
Sorry to tell you, but I don't think you can really accomplish that in your current state. You would have to.
See, Nick,
I hate to say it, but you would have to talk to a certain someone.
The fucker that's sealed up.
Does the name Varashna ring any bells?
Is that the Fire Lord she was protecting?
Yep.
I don't think talking directly to him would be a good idea, but you would have to somehow or another steal away with one of the objects. You see, these sorts of creatures are not so uncommon in the realm of fire, but you would have to find, well, frankly, you would have to find whatever device was used to create it. I imagine that it now resides on the material plane with the people who summoned it.
Meanwhile, I'm just feeding it burned grain.
So, unless you want to go chase after the thing that allowed it to manifest on this plane, then I suggest you place it somewhere very far away, or banish it.
Oh, I guess I can empty out my bag of holding and keep it in there.
No.
No.
Yes.
No.
No.
Alifarin pipes up and he says, "You do realize that these things tend to grow fairly quickly, and it's, as far as I understand anyway, strange that it didn't come back in its full might. In fact, if it had, we would probably all be crisp right now. Perhaps a bit of precaution would be in order."
I am taking precaution.
We are going
I'm
to
feeding
love it
and
raise it as our own.
Yes.
I think that's the idea the last people had, and it took out their fleet.
To be fair, they're assholes. We're not that. Well, we are assholes, but we're the good guys.
But we're going to treat it more than just a killing machine. Isn't that right? I think
you all are inflating your own importance here, like you're the protagonist of some story.
Oh my god, this is the best
We are literally meeting the best people to ask about this.
Yeah, I love. He's like, you. Hold on, I have the perfect response for this. It's like you think you're inflating your sense of heroes into word like you're some kind of protagonist. So I am the descendant of a god.
Oh, of
the
course,
literal descendant of a god.
You'll have some special backstories. You've done some crazy heroic deeds, and of course, you're embroiled in some great plot. It's also cliche.
Killed a
He rolls
phoenix.
his head back as the camera pans up and shows the title of the campaign.
Exactly. I bet you're embroiled in something.
Can you repeat what you just said?
I'm the descendant of a god.
After that?
What did I say after that?
You killed the phoenix, right?
Yeah. No. Well, I clearly made it go back into the Reaper.
The little dragonite turns to you and inhales.
Look here. Now look. See here. I say in primordial, don't. I am not your enemy.
You swear you can see it narrow its eyes, and then it just lets out a puff of flame toward you.
Does it even get?
I pat its feathers to try to calm him down. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl yet.
The feathers burn you, and pretty much any time this thing brushes up against something, it's in danger of setting it on fire.
Good thing our cart's enchanted.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there. I'm just talking to it. Look, it was. I'm literally talking to it like an adult. Look, it was a bad situation all around. You didn't know us. We didn't know you, and unfortunately, we fought. But now we don't want to. I don't feel like fighting you. In fact, I feel like protecting you and raising you.
It doesn't seem to be paying attention to you anymore. It's just bird brain off and nowhere.
It is in my arms as like a new hatched bird.
You are in searing pain right now.
I am.
Yeah, what do you do?
I am feeding it grain.
I pick it up and put it on the cart.
You are such a fucking idiot.
And put it on the cart.
You are a literal moron, and you deserve to die the way you are treating this animal.
I look at Soren and slowly reach my hand into my bag of holding.
Well, let's get to the druid.
Yeah, what are you going to do with your little bag, boy? What are you going to do? You cannot raise this thing.
Yes. I mean, call me an idiot again. See what happens, motherfucker.
You are literally ignoring sound advice. That is
slowly pulling out the gauntlet.
Dumbass. Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, good idea. Whatever you're pulling out, use it on the bird quickly. Holofarn
Hey,
nods.
you're not a part of this conversation. This doesn't involve you. This involves us.
Helps.
It involves me. It involves me, my child, Fang's child, Lawrence, and Soren.
It's not a child. It's a fucking elemental being.
It's clearly a child right now. It's an elemental child.
Can I ask you this one question? Well,
no,
a couple, but listen, just now, as far as I understand it, the people in Neverwinter, these people in purple cloaks, they're quite hostile to magic.
Look, how is this any different than the other elementals we've stolen from their control?
Well, this one is manifest in a very physical form. I'm not sure if
I'm sorry. One moment. One moment. I say as I tap the rose quartz, and then I go, yeah, you don't see the other one, but there's a freaking crown of the Leviathan. What do you mean manifest?
Having the freshly hatched phoenix in the middle of a forest is possibly ill-advised, but that's just me.
Yeah,
yes,
we were going to burn the whole forest down.
Oh, you're talking about them burning the forest down. Gotcha. Well, it can sit in the pot while we feed it, so it doesn't...
And what happens if it tries to climb out?
It's going to grow larger than the pot. We needed this cage. We didn't get the cage.
The cage would have taken a week. It hatched in 2 days.
As well. Yeah, the fact that it hatched that quickly is frightening. But clearly it's not trying to hurt anyone right now.
Yes,
except Fang, because Fang won't put it down.
Later.
Yes, we have druids to find.
Onward to the druids.
I'm sorry, did you not want to find your friend?
And honestly, who better to understand how to take care of this little guy than a circle of druids?
We get there, kill it.
The cultists who summoned it?
I mean, technically, the cultists who summoned it were only summoning it to try to kill us all because they don't like magic, so I don't really think
they also saw us kick its ass.
I wash my hands of this, and I just continue walking up north.
We're in a cart.
You know,
I'm off. I'm walking.
You know, Soren, you and I, we'll get along. I think.
Yes, because we're real smart elves, not fucking morons.
That's it. Pulling the gauntlet out.
All right. Let's stop all this nonsense. We do have a mission. Just, you two keep the bird from burning us, and we'll keep from banishing the thing, and we'll all get to where we're going.
Agreed.
I have about 90 pounds worth of food that it can eat in that cart.
We have to set it on fire first. It's Natsu.
20 pounds of it is salted.
Well, you all load up and are able to keep going onward. Presumably that's what you want to do.
I'm not sitting in the car with that thing. I will walk, or I will ride on the horse.
Behind by horses.
I'm riding the horse.
Fine.
Yeah, Holofarn, he seems to be floating. You can't really see what's under the cloak, but he doesn't make a big deal of it. He just kind of rides along beside the cart and reads. You all
every now and again, I just speak to this thing in primordial, because that's the only thing it probably understands.
Later in that day, the bird seems to kind of struggle and want to be rebellious and burn things the whole time. Doesn't seem to really understand you or be paying much attention. But about half a day later,
burn things in a cart that can snuff out his little fires.
Yeah, he just keeps trying effortlessly, or well, not effortlessly, but futilely, and eventually, about half a day later, you're able to reach.
Paying off in spades, huh?
Red Larch, indeed. You're able to reach Red Larch.
What the hell is that? Well, we are Shadow Light, and this is the light.
So, as you pass by, Red Larch is just a little waist up. There's an intersection of 3 different trails. One says it leads to a place called Barge Right Inn, another to a place called Keldell, which, as far as you understand, is a little village, and the third goes into hills, which it's marked in red with a big skull and crossbones, saying that there are monster-infested keeps and ruins in those hills. There are a few shops around, just basic things that you could find along the way, a couple of taverns and inns. Not much to the place.
Anybody walking on the roads?
Just your usual travelers, mostly loggers coming and going from their camp.
Hey, see any druids?
All kinds. What about them?
Know where they are right now?
Probably up in the woods, I would imagine, where they always are.
Thank you.
You didn't find them last time?
Last time?
Yeah, you're with the elves that came looking, right?
I look at them. No, did they have purple cloaks?
No, they said they were some kind of, what do they call them? Something like druids, wardens, something or another.
No, shit, that doesn't sound good.
Was a guy named Tyen there?
No. That's... Listen, I don't want to get mixed up in this business, so Mr. Tyen, I won't tell him anything about you. Just scoot on now.
Wait, he said he won't tell Tyen about us?
He addressed Soren as Mr. Tyen and said, I won't say anything. Just scoot on. I don't want to be a part of this business.
Well, that's a negatory.
No, oh, well, whatever.
Yes, Tyen, let's go.
Just be careful. They're still
Is there a
looking for you.
blacksmith in this town?
Just watch out for that scarred up lady. She's been looking for you. And he goes on, and there is a blacksmith, or more specifically,
can I inquire if he's got some leftover, like really like parts of like old chainmail?
I just yell after him, how hot is she? Okay.
Chainmail?
Yeah, you know, like little, like, well, I guess like little bits.
You're talking
of
about the actual
shirt.
chains? Yeah, I mean, you could.
Like not a full
chain
shirt, like what's left over after like someone was
yeah,
broken.
you could. Yeah.
Is there enough that I can get a little shirt for the bird?
What?
Question for you. Do you have any metal that's very resistant to fire?
What a dumb thing. Yeah.
I want to give this Phoenix a poncho.
Regular metal will melt. It's like lava, bro.
Yes, but if it likes it, it won't melt it.
Yeah, I just want to know if you have any metal that's very, very, and I do mean very resistant to heat.
I mostly just make horseshoes, buddy.
Well, does he have enough of what I was talking about?
I mean, you can find some loose chain, but if you put it on the bird, I don't think...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to melt.
It's going to warp, yeah. And you're going to have molten metal on your bird.
Hence the reason that thing didn't have barding. Man, if only someone knew Gaius.
I'm really... yeah, whatever. I don't have it yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't let you. I'd punch you.
You and this bird, man.
I'm really debating killing this thing on my own, stealthily.
If any harm,
I'm like looking at my spells. I'm like, oh, I could get away. I could do it.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting here going, if anything were to happen with you, I'd kill half the fucking party.
Okay, Aaron, you live that meme of I've only had him for a day and a half, but if anything happened to him, I'd kill everyone in this room and then myself.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure Fang's the same way.
Fang would be very upset if this bird suddenly died.
Plus, it wouldn't die. It would just probably turn back into an egg, and then we had to repeat the whole process.
You just kill it as an egg. You destroy the egg.
Except it's a thing that rebirths. I'm pretty sure it's just going to keep rebirthing.
I don't think if you kill the egg, it rebirths.
Well, we're not going to find out now, are we? Let's keep moving.
Haven't you played Age of Mythology? If you kill the egg, it's not going to
happen.
Holofarn, before you leave, he points something out to you, and he says, now, as much as I disapprove of this bird business, it would be a benefit to us all to make it easier on us, and I think I spotted something that might be of use to you.
Just comes back with a flail. Yes, this would be a perfect use to you.
No. He points out a place called Mandover's Poultry. It's a poultry shop. Now,
we're not
if
turning
anyone
him
would
into
know
chicken
about raising birds, hear me out. It would be him. In other words, if he would know how to, assuming this thing even has anything in common with a beast instead of an elemental, and he would know how to keep it in line.
Right. Fang,
we go to the chicken shop.
Yep.
And then he kind of scoots over to you, Soren, and he says, the poultry shop doesn't work out. What's your plan?
I can hear you.
I know.
Let me put this into perspective. You guys are trying to kill something that belongs very passionately to two barbarians.
Yeah, you want to find a way to split the party. That's how you split the party.
I am lawful neutral, but I am trying to protect the greater good here.
I am neutral. You killed my baby. I kill everything. I will derail this campaign.
Aaron is chaotic bird.
It's not your baby.
It is my baby.
You're having delusions of grandeur. You're actually having a psychotic break as a character.
Yeah.
Did you not hear him go?
This is where Shalai explains to you the intricacies of Fire Realm child support that Aaron is going to have to pay. No.
Hey, Fang's got to pay it too.
Yeah, shouldn't Shalaya be explaining us entirely, like what phoenixes are in their entirety?
Yeah, wouldn't she know how to raise this thing? She's from the fire planet.
Her. She says that you have to make human sacrifices and enslave
basically,
people.
Here's the rundown she gave you. These things are pretty common in the Fire Realm, and they have devices and rituals and things like that to create them. And you have to jump through a lot of hoops to basically enslave it and manifest it in the material plane like you would summon any other elemental if you wanted to control it. The only way she can think of to nicely enslave it is to find whatever device was used to create or summon it in the first place, which is either A, in the Fire Realm, probably closely guarded by the Fire Lord, or B, in the material plane with the cultist who originally summoned it, assuming it was the cultist that summoned it. So,
assuming the cultist that originally summoned it didn't get burned alive when it soared in the air. To the chicken shop.
To the chicken shop.
There's an older gentleman there. He introduces himself as Oscular Mandover, and he asks what you're looking for today.
How do you raise chickens or birds?
You put them in a coop, throw them some feed.
Okay, so what if this thing isn't how you say a normal bird?
Well, the diseased ones we usually,
No. Like aggressive.
Like let's say a hawk or a falcon or something like that.
I raise chickens. I'm not a falconer, but what do you get? Is it flogging you?
Okay, let's say this thing is we don't want to do that.
Ever thought about clipping or tying its wings? Maybe keep from flogging you.
Okay, you're no help. Let's go find the druids. They might be more helpful.
Oh, if you ever want to buy your bird a friend,
I think he'd eat the friend.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the idea. It's a poultry shop. People come here to buy their poultry. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Brunch, second breakfast.
So here's the question:
Anything
do
in
we
between?
want to buy a chicken just so it will devour the chicken in front of the party?
We have enough meat and what else is on the cart. I think we're fine.
He shakes his head and mutters something about travelers.
Well, that place was a
I walk back. Yeah. So that didn't work. We're gonna have to talk to the druids.
As you walk out, give me perception checks, all of you.
22.
This isn't active.
Oh. It's only a 15. That's interesting.
30. It's advantage.
Oh, yeah, that's
ridiculous.
Oh. That's a sleeping necro.
What the hell is with all these freaking 13s I've been getting?
I know.
It's not Friday the 13th.
Not anymore. Yeah, I think
you can't see exactly what's all the details of what's going on, but you spot Holofarin off behind the cart, talking to someone, and you see things. They get a little heated, and someone in another cloak storms off away from him.
I'll just like literally get in the car above and go, so what the fuck was that about?
Something very interesting. He holds up his hand and opens it, and there are a few strands of hair in his palm.
I look over, is the bird okay?
The bird's fine, but, I decided while you all were getting your poultry to keep an eye out, and I heard another one of these people looking for the druids like ourselves stage a bit of a scuffle, and I think we might be able to work some divination. So,
why would we need that?
Well, these wardens, they call themselves, I think it would be beneficial to know where they're at, so we know where not to be.
I guess.
Yeah, no, that's good. We can sneak by and avoid them. Well, let's get to these druids. Literally, we are on a ticking clock with this fucking bird.
We were on a ticking clock to begin with.
It is.
Don't blame the bird.
Sort of like a barrel of powder with a lit fuse, isn't it?
Literally, we only had a week to begin with. Leave the bird out of this.
It's not good, is what it is. And I just storm off.
It's not bad.
As to the other giant elementals that could go off at any moment for all we know.
That are contained?
They're not really contained, they're just...
not contained.
Shalaya came out of that and bitch slapped Leviathan.
Quite frankly, what's stopping her from deciding she doesn't like us anymore and wants to kill us?
Oh, we get along swimmingly. You don't know what
I bet you do. What's to stop Leviathan from regaining his power and then doing the same thing and being a threat, as you mentioned? Nothing. You're literally trading one elemental for another elemental, and you're being very, very hypocritical about it.
They're not all created equally. One has sentience and can be reasoned with. The other does not.
Racist.
I don't think race comes into a question of sentience, but
also this little guy responds to us, don't you?
I hope he burns you right now.
He does try to burn you, actually.
I hope he nibbles your fucking fingers off with lava.
Yes,
all right.
I wonder...
When this bird saves us from a TPK, we will have the last laugh.
The bird is the TPK. That's what you forget.
The bird is the equivalent of Roxfall. Just wait until he grows up. Yes. Druids. I'll get to work, but I think either way we'll need to continue heading north. Should we try and enter the forest at night or wait until tomorrow?
We have a giant flaming bird. I don't think it really matters.
Well, it's not that. It's not even giant. It's not even
still the size of a pot now.
Yeah.
We can camp. I can set us up.
Even if we camp, I can create a feast that would give us some pointers for tomorrow.
Handy. Well, I suggest we do that then. We camp, recuperate. I'll see if I can glean any information about these people from what I've taken, and then once we have everything with us, we can make contact and hopefully solve this whole trouble without burning ourselves or the forest down. You can't control it very well. I mean, you keep it from running off, but it's still aggressive and still kind of keeps you up.
Yeah, I don't know what
any animal handling you do is going to be a disadvantage with it for now.
I'm willing to go with that.
But I speak its language.
Proficient in that.
But I speak its language.
Bold of you to assume it has a language, son.
It speaks primordial. It's an elemental. I'll assist Fang in handling it.
Okay, so just a regular roll then.
Well, I'm lagging again, so. Nice.
I'm sorry, Kenji.
That's a natural 20 on the first roll.
Are you sure? It's a 13 for me. I don't see anything else. Oh,
no,
there it is.
Aaron's was a 13. My first roll...
yours hadn't showed up yet. I see it now.
I didn't click off disadvantage because I didn't know he was helping me. That's a natural 20. 24, motherfucker!
You can hear the silence of Kenshi thinking to himself, how do I do this?
Well, I'm assuming this is just to not die. This is not like you're my baby and Ali loves you now.
And shouldn't have imprinted on someone. Bird's imprint.
Technically, I don't think... Because technically, I think it's retained some of its past life or something.
That's fair.
At the very least, it should respect the people, the two of us, who charged head first to take this fucker down.
After a couple hours of wrangling with this thing, you eventually get it to a point to where it's not always actively trying to burn everything, and you can get about an hour and a half of sleep in between bouts before it wakes you back up trying to.
So like a baby.
Burn.
Yeah,
basically. Or like if you ever got a puppy.
And that's with a natural 20.
Yeah, I only need about 4 hours, and then I can keep up with it. So I'm assuming we're still doing watch.
Oh, should I make the feast for dinner or breakfast? I'm asking the group.
Gonna have to get Aaron's name changed from Phoenix Slayer to Phoenix Razor. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'd stay away from morning.
All right, yeah, I'll save the feast for breakfast then.
I think everybody fucked off.
They're tired of dealing with our bullshit.
Blame the DM has no one but himself to blame.
Yeah, I mean, you're able to, like I said, keep it to where every hour and a half, you have to wake up to deal with it. Is there anything else in particular you're trying to do?
Nah. After I meditate for my 4 hours, I'm going to stay up and make sure the bird doesn't burn anything down.
I was just trying to try to raise it, deal with it, and try to teach it.
Dude, it's not stupid.
Have you ever tried to teach an infant, like literally a newborn, anything? It's not how that works.
I know, but I don't know how fast phoenixes grow.
Physically fast, mentally, who knows?
Wake up, it's like 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
Oh,
wake up and it looks like magician's red.
That'd be a treat.
Yes. Are you all doing a full rest until the next morning? Because it's sort of like evening now.
Yeah, like I said, I just need 4 hours and then I can watch this thing.
All right. So if there's anything you'd like to do over the night during downtime, it's fine to handle it, and I think it would be a decent idea to call it.
Mm-hmm.
We're closing on 3.5 hours, so.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired. But
anything you want to do?
I just reach out into my random whatever deity that I'm the occult that my organization is in touch with, and I try to reach out and connect with them because I'm still confused as to where these powers are coming from.
You don't get any direct response, but strangely, you get a sort of flash of an image, and you recall the archive that Thalos showed you. And more specifically, the power source that the crystal was taken from. Or I should say the mantle that the crystal was taken from, because presumably the crystal is the power source.
So, like the device that this crystal.
Yeah, sort of the device and the crystal. Yeah, you get images flashing through your head when you try to reach out for your patron.
Okay.
Just imagine in the 4 hours he's sleeping, he's semi-conscious. He's having a semi-conscious dream. It's like, look, I have a child, and just holds up the flaming bird.
Even this bird man is going to end up backfiring, I'm telling you.
Probably.
You say that, but natural 20s exist.
Yeah, but how many can you like it doesn't just
so you say that, but if he gives me advantage, I can roll 3. No, I can roll 2. Wow, that one works for attacks. Dang it, that would be amazing. look, you say that, but as long as we can keep it for another 3 levels, I can get lucky.
You're trying to bank a feat on just for this bird.
Oh my god!
You damn right I will.
Okay, Fang. I have one last thing I want to do as Fang, and then I'm good for the night.
All right.
So, this is effectively around like dinner time after we've cooked. He's made us whatever of vegetables and fish from the cart.
All right.
And I forget who was asking about the boost of hates.
Me.
Yeah.
Soren.
It was Aaron.
Huh?
The monk.
Oh, I'm sorry. When you talked, it sounded like the other one. Sorry.
Wow, racist.
Shut up. I'm trying to give character plot here.
What was that?
I promised to tell you why I know about centaurs. And I gestured to the group. We've been through quite a lot.
True.
A very close friend of mine is a centaur.
Bitchin'.
We've known each other for about a decade now. And she's been missing for the last few years.
Oh.
And thanks to our friends at Baldur's Gate, I know that she's not missing. And you see his fists start to clench. She was taken by someone who, like, you can see the rage on his face as every word he tries to breathe out. Crossed me in the past.
Who or what took her?
A human noble, former noble, named Baldric? If I'm reading my notes right?
That is correct.
We were comrades, air quotes, during the war. And I was rewarded while he was shunned for his actions. He stole what was given to me as praise and disappeared. And now I know that somehow he found out about her and has taken her as well.
Well, we do have a potion of clairvoyance. We could use that, try to figure out where he is.
I know exactly where they are. The wizard at Baldur's Gate was able to locate them.
So where are they?
They're on the same... Oddly, as the gods must have a sense of humor, They're on the same damn island the fish wants us to go. It was like right around here, right? If I'm remembering.
Yeah, it's around Mintarn, yeah.
Well, as soon as we take care of all this business down here in Waterdeep and up north, we definitely will head to the islands. We have tons of shit we got to take care of. It's a lot. There's a lot going on, but we'll rescue your friend. I'll help.
Thank you. I can't thank you enough for helping me in this. I'm forever in your debt.
We haven't done it yet. We haven't. Let's accomplish our goal first.
And that's all Fenn wanted to do. If anyone has any questions.
Don't count your phoenix dragon hawks before they hatch, as they say.
Olifarn actually laughs at that one, looks up from his book and says, well, I did say I would make myself useful, so perhaps if we all pull through this and locate this friend of mine, then perhaps I can give you a parting gift to help you on your journey. After all, despite differences, nothing brings a group together like a good camping trip, am I right?
I hate the outdoors. I wish
he
I
snorts
was
a laugh. Says likewise, but soon enough. And then he heads off to bed. All right, so I think Necro beat us to the chase, so we can call it here.
Yeah, I can hear
it. I am so glad I have that off my character's chest.
Yep. He's been holding it for a while, man.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
He's been holding this in since we got back to freaking Baldur's Gate and got the information.
Wow, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was. But he has a commitment to you guys.
This is the problem. Aaron's just like, I want to go learn something from the dude on the mountain. It's like, meanwhile, you're over here like, no, I gotta go to the island to save my friend. And like he's not gonna be like, no, we should probably do that first.
You guys need to find some kind of Pac-Man portal where if you go all the way to the east, it just puts you back out at the west or something.